Yes.
It's not letting me do it.
Hi, Brenda. Sorry we're running so late. We're going to call the meeting to order now at 11:51. We do have a quorum. And let's see.
I had, on the last minutes, apparently I said 11 something. Yeah, I did. I said 11:37 p.m.
Oh, AM.
Yeah, we did not meet.
The only other thing that I saw in the minute
Okay.
was my title. I'm officially the library director,
What did I say?
head librarian.
Oh,
which
okay,
I guess
sorry.
makes me, no, it's fine. I guess I'm kind of like the county librarian, but
Okay, but where do you see that? Because I see Alita Vogel, director, attended.
I changed it.
Oh, but it's in
But
my minutes too.
It's in your. Did you?
I didn't change it.
Weird.
Those are the minutes that I.
Okay.
I just changed the date, but this is what I had, so I don't know.
I don't, it
Okay,
said
okay,
it,
okay. Anyway, well, I'm glad you changed that.
Yeah. I don't mind.
Okay,
I am a librarian. So.
Right, exactly. Okay.
Brian, do you want to go first? We can jump out of order.
I'll change it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, then we've got librarian reports first.
Mhm.
You gotta.
Oh, do
No,
we?
that's later.
Okay, so you changed the order from last
Approval
time,
of
but that's
October. Approval of October minutes. I've got a T on the end.
Okay.
It's actually. Do you want us to do the minutes first?
Let's just go ahead and do. It'll make it easier for me to make notes because I'm they're in that order.
I misspelled October on our agenda.
Oh, we'll overlook that.
Okay. I personally didn't see anything else.
Did you read them over?
I wasn't here.
Yeah, but
I didn't see anything that jumped out at me.
Okay. So am I the assistant treasurer now? I guess I am.
I didn't know we
Cheryl
ever
is
had
the
an
treasurer.
assistant treasurer.
Well, I think
you
gave it to me so that we could both sign checks.
I think
Yeah,
you're
but
the
doesn't that have
assistant
to be
everything.
voted on?
Am I?
No, somebody we can. Somebody just like, usually somebody is like, people say what they want to be, or somebody suggests a like list of who could be what. I think you were the vice.
Yeah,
like the backup vice president.
Oh, okay, okay.
But we've got. I mean, you've been doing the secretarial, the
Right,
minute stuff.
So we'll make Libby the vice
treasurer.
Vice president. Well, the assistant treasurer, I think, was because of signing checks.
Okay.
But we can
make you secretary.
Oh, you want to be?
Okay.
Would you like to be the vice president now, since Jeanette's going to be the president?
I need to watch somebody do it.
Okay. Well, you can, so you'll be vice.
You could say, just call the meeting to order, librarian reports. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Grace, you want to go?
Okay. Well, first let's do the minutes, and then we'll.
Then
that's fine. Okay.
And I'll help.
Okay.
So
make a motion.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the
Okay.
October 2024 meeting. I second that. You're gonna be doing this all day.
All in favor?
Okay. Yeah.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
Okay. Now
Okay, Grace, you want to go first?
Okay, I think most of what we accomplished is in my report, but I did 3 different Halloween activities. I went through 2 6 classrooms that go into school and read Halloween stories, told scary stories, and took small treats to all those classes. Head Start always comes by the library, so I had treats for them. That's the argument about it. And then on Halloween, since I always did it on the porch, the library. Now, since it's flooded, Michigan Baptist Church there, which is sort of, if you've been in Blackie, across the tracks and the Baptist Church, Christian churches. Space. So anybody wants to can come set up. So my daughter lives on a hill that, nope, she said trick or treaters there in front of it. close to 30 years.
Wow.
So she's a teacher, so she likes to come down. So we go and I take the library treats and my treats from home since I'm home. We go over and sit over there. And since it was a pretty night, we had several hundred.
Wow.
Things there.
It's a beautiful night.
Mhm.
So that's the
Great.
reason if you see my Walmart. list.
That's fine.
And I feel like since they don't have much of a library right now, they deserve candy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's,
I don't like crappy Halloween candy.
nobody does.
But so I did those 3 Halloween activities. And we have got our color conversation started back. We had 2 weeks, ladies were back if that started back. And thanks for Olivia sent us some nice pens, new coloring books. And
As a kind of a welcome back.
Mhm.
so they're all enjoying that. And oral history is still meeting the first Monday of the month. Right now they're working on, one thing they're trying to work on is getting some markers, like roadside markers, put for some of the people, like especially some of the musicians in area of the county, like Marion Sumner.
Yeah, I saw
some of
that.
those-
Oh.
Some of those folks that are known way out of this area. You know, he had played some with some
Oh,
pretty
yeah, yeah.
well-known bands.
We should do something for authors, because there's a lot of people writes books down
Mhm.
from
That's the
that
same
area.
thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But, so they're working on a list of some things like that, that they're not gonna take it to fiscal court until after sundown. But they're still.
Now, are you talking about a mural?
No.
Just
Signage.
Oh, signage, right.
Like Country Music Highway has.
Sure.
their sign.
Okay, right. Okay.
There is a guy that was a sculptor that has sculptures that are still found here in Letcher County. There used to be some over at a CB College store. I think it was a line that said there, big stone line.
Hmm.
And there's some in some of the cemeteries around Easter Mullis was his name.
What was his name?
Easter Mullis.
Mullis?
Mullis.
Mullis. Never know, never
That's
heard
Letcher
that.
County name, actually. I know Harold Mullis. You know
Yeah,
Harold?
it's Charles' dad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Wow, I didn't know that name.
Harold
I believe that's right.
grew up in Letcher County and
Yeah.
Huh.
moved to Lexington, and his wife actually went to her funeral visitation. She was from Viper.
Right.
She was in Woods.
And she went to school there. She
That's
was.
Gwen's aunt.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that,
Wow.
but,
Yeah.
Small world.
It is a
his-
small.
another one of his sons, Kramer, lived in Black. For a long time. And, but he had, and I think maybe one of them got, some of them maybe makes some connections. Harold had a brother Wayne that lived next to him. But he was killed in fire 10 years ago. So I don't know, but he has several things, and there was a third person that they mentioned just off the top of their head that day. They were talking about it, but, you know, I think the group, we're sort of afraid people are gonna forget about these artists. and these
Sure,
musicians.
right. Yeah.
You know, that there's a lot of history just in our little neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Mhm.
People
They are.
like that. And, so they're working on that right now, and still collecting other information.
Mhm. This is the oral history
Oral
group, yeah.
history. And we meet first Monday of the month at 10. So if any of you want to come see
Mhm.
what they do on that day, you're welcome to come.
Well, I was just thinking about when you were talking about that great mural in Hindman that acknowledges all of the, Verna Mae Sloan and all of them.
Yeah.
And I wish there was, I don't guess there's a good place in Blackie to put a mural.
On the side of the library.
Well, I was wondering the side of,
It'd either have to be the front or the back. Well, no, side.
The
would-
side
but
there where
I don't
the
know.
bridge side.
Are they getting a new senior citizen soon?
No, they're,
Okay.
you guess Brian about they're
Okay.
raising it up, right?
That's the plan.
they're
You wanna
to lift
go
it up,
back?
really?
Now,
Right, wow.
One or the other.
Yeah,
but.
yeah, I mean,
they're-
something
they're
that would be visible from the road would be good,
Yeah.
that people could see
We
it
could-
from.
We could ask Lacey what she charges
Mhm.
for murals.
But there, we've got a lot, speaking of authors, Bernie Norman got his.
Oh,
extra
sure,
book
right,
out.
yeah, that'd be a great, yeah.
And,
He was from Hazard, wasn't
yeah.
Yeah, but he went to Stuart
But
Robinson
he
right
said
near
he-
Black,
They
yeah.
brought him to the dorm, he was just a young boy, because my aunt and uncle were dorm parents at that time.
Mhm,
And he always, when anytime he was back up this way, he would always stop by our house to check on
mhm.
a place like Reba, or if he was in Ohio, because he sort of considered them his.
Right.
He showed
Back
up
up.
at my wedding reception. I never met him
Really?
before.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
cool.
John or I, either one have never met him.
Oh, really? How did that happen?
He came with somebody. I think Jeff Kaiser.
Oh, probably. Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
I think
Yeah.
he came with him.
Huh, that's
Um,
wild.
And in December, I will be going back to school, especially with kindergarten class every year. I do the Polar Express programs for them.
Okay.
That's my favorite program of the year.
Yeah.
Really?
Because when I pull that bell out of the box, you would think Santa Claus was standing there.
Yeah.
They always, I make sure I hide it under the Christmas tree and Christmas tree. And then when I say, wait a minute, I think there's one more gift, and I go pick that up, and you could just hear those little voices go. That's this big, so
That's
I
right.
plan on doing that. I think right now I'm scheduled for 13th. And then I guess the other big news in Blackie is I'm leaving Friday and I won't be back till not that next Monday, but the next one.
Ooh, where are you going?
I'm going up along Ohio to jump for a week.
Well, good.
God, that sounds
Oh, good, yeah.
That sounds like a good trip. Like, I like jumping. Okay.
We're still hoping.
How do you get
So-
it home? You're
Well, we've got, we have been known to have to unload the back of the car. Put a chair I may or may not. So now the word, every time we start to leave, I travel to the ladies, they say, a chair sprays. We had to take the chair, take all the stuff out with the chair and put stuff in the chair.
Right.
But we make it work.
So how is that gonna work? Do you have part-time folks that are gonna,
Well, of course, 3 days a day will be Thanksgiving. vacation.
oh, right,
One
okay.
night in 3 days. We'll just one
Yeah.
day, right? No, one day, like, 3 days of me being, but I'll be back before Thanksgiving. I'm not coming back till Wednesday. But I won't be back to work until the following Monday.
Right,
But Samantha's worked her hours.
so that she can cover for you,
Now,
right, okay.
who's Samantha?
She is the part-time person that works at Blackie.
She's recently hired.
Yeah, cause I don't
What,
remember
2
that.
years
I've
ago?
never heard that.
No,
Oh,
she's been
Sam?
there. She was there before the flood.
Yeah.
Really, we just.
She
hadn't
came
heard
in
her.
and helped us clean up
Yeah.
during the flood.
She's been
She
there.
wasn't, we'd hired her like a couple of months before, and H actually came to her interview.
Yeah, we hired her with Nitty at the tower.
Yeah.
She's,
really nice and accommodating.
yeah, she's
Mhm.
young, very interested. Enables this old woman to still live in the
Well,
world.
good,
And
right.
how many days does she work?
She works 3 days a week regularly, but
Mhm.
right now her days are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because we have meetings on Monday, meetings on Wednesday. So if by chance I have to be off, we don't have to cancel this meeting.
Mhm.
But she's good to, if I need to be off a day, that's not her regular days, she's willing usually to switch a day. We work it out pretty good.
Good. She's so nice.
Yeah, what's her background? I mean,
She
she work?
she has, I think, maybe a few hours for herself. She's very interested in checking into some of the programs.
taking
she gets
some
in that.
classes, yeah.
She's a
Okay.
smart. young
Good.
lady.
She's, yeah.
She just
she's-
moved into this neighborhood, but you're not stealing it.
They just bought a house.
Oh, good.
She and her husband have 3 kids.
Yeah, she's got one son who's, he's out of school and works, but
Mhm.
she's got 2 younger kids. One will be in high school next year. Yeah, his next grade next year.
What's her last name?
Niece.
Niece,
They
N-E-A-C.
just bought, if any of you know.
IEC.
And
Oh,
Johnson
okay.
is going down through the coast.
Yeah.
They bought that house.
Oh, did they?
They just moved in.
That's the first house as you
On the
turn
right,
down
yeah.
the hill where that big garage is at.
Yeah.
I saw
Oh.
that they had done some work up there.
I
They
thought
just-
that,
They just bought that in a couple weeks ago.
I knew who used to live there. I didn't know. Anyway, okay. Mhm.
And that's us.
Okay.
Okay. Regina?
Okay.
Legend.
Legina?
Okay.
I knew that.
Yeah, you knew it. You just-
Okay,
Sorry.
She just didn't have her specs.
Right.
most exciting news is we just hired, our part-time person for Neon to replace
Good.
Patricia. She is, I'm not sure exactly what her age is, but it's like 22, 23. She's from the Jiggins area. She has an associate in science. She's eager to learn more and go on and try to move up in the system, so.
What's
her
her name?
name?
Yeah,
Caitlin Eldridge.
Caitlin Eldridge. Okay, that
Let's
makes
see.
sense.
And I'm gonna jump in really fast.
Mhm.
She's gonna be invited to the staff Thanksgiving potluck.
Oh, good.
So she'll have a chance to meet people before she starts, and both of our new hires will be starting the first week of December.
Okay.
Take it away.
Also, we've got more donations. We got a donation from the school.
The bus garage,
The
yeah.
bus garage, yeah, they brought a van load and, we put it in the basement, we got out some that we, and noticed immediately that was really good, so we got those out, but, then, Letcher, middle school invited us to come down and go through their books that they are discarding. Because they are getting a bunch of new books through the PRI program. So we went down there, Alita and Scarlett and I went down there, we got like 9
It's like,
boxes.
yeah, it was a bunch.
There was a lot of really good stuff in it. I know that I got the Indian books, the books about Indians, because you never see those anymore.
Right,
You know,
right.
nobody writes about Indians anymore.
Mhm.
So I cabbaged on a few of those, but there was some really good stuff in it. So
Why did the school bus garage have a bunch of books?
Oh, that's where the school's donations were sent.
Donations.
Oh, is that right?
And-
Okay, I didn't know that.
And you
Yeah.
always get so many and you can't use
Yeah.
anything.
So we're taking some, and
Spreading the wealth is good.
exactly.
Mhm.
And the stuff that we grab that we don't need, we're giving it away.
Mhm. Good, very good.
and Ian got some new standing orders of large prints that Scarlett and I have been cataloging. Excited about those. They're Christian fiction and stuff like that, you know. So that'll go over real well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we just keep cataloging and keep working on it.
Good.
Mhm.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's been a busy month. Halloween was amazing. I don't think I've ever seen that many people come through the library in one go. I'm not exaggerating when I say it's probably 1,500 kids.
Mhm.
Christmas parade.
It was, no, it was more. There were easily 20 people in the library at one time, constantly.
Wow.
So you set up inside the library?
Yeah, I set up the desk, and they would come in and get the candy and then go back out.
I bought
And,
like 10 bags that day just
Yeah.
for the
yeah,
trick or treating.
yeah, we went through every bag in less than an hour.
I bought 13 at my house.
Right.
I got
Yeah.
the biggest
You need to
bags
get
I
more.
could.
Yeah, we need to get a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, next year, we need to probably get 3 or 4 times that much.
If you belong to Sam's Club, they have
Right.
humongous bags.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was amazing. There were a ton of people, saw some really good costumes.
Yeah, there were some great ones, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah. We hired the person for the genealogy room.
Oh, great.
Uh,
Tell us about that.
Yeah, her name is Tiffany Ambergy. She's from Knott County.
She's a neighbor.
Mhm.
She will be starting first of the month, same as the other one. But she has a master's degree in library science, and she's really interested in the genealogy position.
Wonderful.
She came in with a binder for her interview of
Wonderful.
programs that she wants to do for genealogy, which was great.
Wow.
And she
Wow.
went through our Facebook page and looked at the programs that we do and came up with things that would match with the programs that we do that she could work with other people on. So that's amazing.
Mhm.
We can't wait for that.
When did she start?
It's like
December
September 2nd, I think, or
Yeah.
maybe 3rd,
Okay.
because it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
But she's gonna work the Tuesday through Saturday shift so we have somebody here all the time. So it's not just one person alone.
Right.
The books that I got on standing order is through Cengage, Gale and Cengage, and Centerpoint. But those are gonna be great. We actually now are starting to get more large print books, so that section's gonna fill out a little bit. We are doing the same thing we have been doing. We're constantly weeding and replacing and fixing books. And we've been taking time to go around and try to relabel some stuff, make it more visible, easier to find, easier to sort, things like that. Brian came in and looked through the library to find some problems, things that we look at, things that have been messed up for a long time. That at this point is just stuff that you see every day and don't think about anymore.
Yeah.
He also came and looked at our front window, and I'll let him tell you all about that when it's time. But yeah, it's been busy.
Okay.
So
So-
what,
oh.
well, I was just gonna ask so what's the title of this Tiffany Ambergy's position? Is
Be genealogy and circulation clerk.
genealogy and circulation clerk, okay.
I just refer to it as GNC.
Okay. Okay,
So
and
d-
she'll be full-time,
Yes.
okay.
So does that mean that, how's her job gonna be divided?
She will probably, well, we're gonna figure it out as we go, but I'm hoping that she'll spend about 3/4 of her time in genealogy, getting things set up the way she wants, working on projects that she plans and a few that we've already decided we wanted to have happen.
Especially early on, while she learns how
Mhm.
How to use
to
the,
use the room and what else in there.
Mhm.
But she'll answer like the genealogy calls that we get with people looking for information and that kind of thing. And whenever she's not busy in there, she'll be in circulation desk.
Is there more than one person at circulation desk?
yes.
Yeah.
So is there a
we're-
main-
We're all kind of around.
So there's not like a main circulation desk person?
It's supposed to be Ian,
yeah,
but we all kind of share.
Okay,
He's there most of the time.
Mhm.
yeah, I just was gonna ask
Yeah,
how
well,
it's set up.
there's almost always somebody behind the desk in the office to
Mhm.
back up whoever is sitting at the desk.
Mhm.
So.
And Ian's actually working on putting together schedules for the desk, so we have time when we don't have to be there, so we can work on other stuff.
Ally, I found where your title was wrong. It was in the minutes, the very
Oh.
next under your report. I had head librarian, so I thought.
Well, it's a
I
head
think I was losing
librarian's
that, right.
report, so.
Right, that's okay. So,
It's been a busy month.
yes.
The audit got postponed, thank goodness, because I was
Oh,
not
okay.
ready, but I'm like,
Is this the
the
your
annual,
report or the treasurer's?
oh, this is my report.
Yeah, this is Ally's, the director's report.
Mhm.
So, but it was postponed, but you got it done. It's been done.
No, that
Oh.
goes along with, that's part of the
Oh,
audit.
for us to answer these questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Before H left last meeting, I got him to sign the engagement letter for the audit.
Okay.
And I've been working my way through the list of requested documents as we go.
Okay.
Um,
So do we need to complete this and give it back to you?
you can mail it to the address that's in the
Oh, it
letter,
needs to go here. Okay,
Yes.
okay, got
or
it.
we can fax it for you. I've got the fax number
yeah,
in my stuff.
okay.
Let's see, big news. You already know we hired the people. I went to the meeting up at Kane Kitchen about food insecurity in Letcher County. I let them know that we have the snack table, which is doing really well. And
Is it?
it's doing so well that I think we're gonna try making snacks available at all the branches. I paid for a renovation permit for Fleming Neon. which happened to come right as the debit card got lost. I didn't see any fraud, like I didn't see any transactions that weren't ours, so we marked it as lost, and Cheryl got us a replacement sent, and else. The candidate forum, it went well. I wish we'd had more candidates. I had like 4 or 5. Matt, Valerie, Mike. I'm gonna say 4.
Did Tyler come?
He was sick.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, wait, I never heard back from Tyler.
Okay, yeah. Justin Noble? No, okay, yeah, okay. I completely forgot about
Well, I
but,
had kids. I
it.
didn't want
Yeah,
to bring
right,
them.
yeah, sure. Yeah.
one of the candidates brought his kids. They were really well behaved.
Well, Matt
Matt,
wouldn't have
Matt
been.
brought his.
Yeah. I can't remember his name right now. Addison Whitaker.
Mhm.
He's the one that was sick.
6 and
So
9.
Oh, okay.
it's like, okay, hope you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's KDLA finally has a regional consultant
Oh,
for us.
good.
We've Chris, his last name, Bischoff, thank you, has been covering like 2 regions for a year and a half.
Wow, that's good.
Sorry, Bischoff, Bishoff. He is also, he covers, like he does help with construction questions and a few other things. But he's the central region consultant, and he's been helping us out.
So who is the,
The new one, her name is Wendy. I have not met her yet. I'm hoping to soon. She's worked at a lot of really large library systems. Like she worked for Lexington Public, Louisville Free Public, Nashville Public. Most recently, she was at Clark County Public. She was like an adult services librarian or in charge of that section. I'm hoping that we get to meet her soon.
mhm. So because we wanted to follow up with her about getting us some training, right? We talked about to get certified.
That we actually go through Alicia, who is the manager of continuing education for KDLA.
Oh, so we can do that now.
We would be the first ones to do it with the new group of continuing
Okay.
education people. But when I was at the directors meeting in Louisville at the end of September, I asked them about that, and they said they weren't quite ready, but we could be their test subjects.
Well, we can be test subjects. can't we?
Yes. And I think they were planning to do like a hybrid where they have the regional come here and you guys would be in a room watching it through Zoom, but you would have the opportunity to ask questions.
That sounds fun. Yeah.
I never want to go back to school.
Oh.
It's not like that.
Yeah, I think,
It's like a couple of 1-hour classes. I think maybe there's 4 for trustees.
mhm.
I mean, you could pull them up on YouTube and watch them if you wanted, and then.
But we wanted an opportunity to ask
Right.
questions. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's it, I think, for the librarian reports.
Treasurers?
Yes.
So,
Is that this thing
It's
here?
that thing, yes.
okay, and what, so did you draft the policy regarding check signing?
It's in the packet.
Oh, it's in the packet, okay.
The packet. Well, if you did it, yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
got
like
it.
the second thing. I did.
Okay, addendum to procurement policy, okay.
Yes, I printed out the procurement policy, the suggested one from KDLA, their
This is from
sample.
KDLA, okay.
No, the addendum I wrote, because the suggested procurement policy, which is in front of that,
Oh,
did not cover tech writing. I think they just don't cover it because that might be too specific.
Okay.
But I couldn't remember if these were the limits. I'm sorry. if these were the limits that we had or not, but the addendum could be added to any procurement policy. It just says checks.
Okay. So, and I think Cheryl was interested in looking at
Um,
this, but
We actually don't have to say that the treasurer has to be the main check signer because it's covered in the trustee manual.
right, but I think Cheryl was saying that she wanted to be more involved, am I right? But we can talk about that at a later point.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so do we need to sign something today? Do you have?
If you wanted to adopt the addendum, we just have to do a motion. Or if you wanted to think about it, we can
Yeah,
look
let's,
at it later. I did ask at the bookkeeper's office. I can get the checks printed early, and like in time for the meeting. I just have to get them all the invoices like before the Wednesday before the meeting. So, and I actually had everybody's invoices before the meeting except for one set.
okay, all right. You missed this, Libby, but the reason was coming from Cheryl said as treasurer, she wanted to, you know, the way we're coming and signing checks all the time that she
Mhm.
felt, and I don't want to speak for you. You want to say
Oh,
just that
yeah,
wanted to have more,
yeah, and this is a big thing, so I think we probably need to just take care of what we got on here, and we can table that.
table
Okay.
that,
For later,
yeah, I
you
think
know.
that's fine, yeah.
We can try it out next month. As long as I have the invoices early, I can take them and have them printed, the checks printed, and then have them available at the meeting. Or right after the meeting.
Is that,
So,
in the new business, that's procurement policy and check signing addendum?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna mark that off then.
Right,
Okay.
okay.
So we're gonna come back to that later?
may I ask you a question?
Mhm.
Yeah.
No question. Yes.
My question is that with the vouchers,
Mhm.
like, can we get a listing of that? Can the board get a listing of that prior to the meeting, so we're not,
There in your
Having-
packet that you get me, you get yours through email. I brought you yours this week. They're
well,
all in
I'm
the,
just wondering if we can see those prior to the meeting, and then, I mean, I don't know why we're initialing them. Also, if we're seeing them before the meeting, what is the purpose of initially?
it's just to show the auditors that you've given your approval to have the
To
check.
pay.
And
pay.
we get them when she emails the packet to us. We get them.
I-
So that's,
Yeah, I know,
yeah,
that's,
that's.
yeah.
We do a
a few
list,
days, yeah.
but not, like, we don't include the invoices because.
Yeah, I know, the invoice numbers are written on
Right.
each one,
Okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
So this. Okay.
We'll just table this, so,
Okay.
I mean, I'm not interested in signing any kind of revision to anything right now. I would
Okay.
just like to gather information, you know, so.
Okay.
So is there something that you need to pass around for us to sign today?
No,
Okay, okay,
not for
Not for
that.
that.
not for that. Okay, right.
Treasurer's report.
Do you want to
that
give
what-
it or do you want me to?
Well, I just got it when we walked, so you've
Okay.
done it, so
Mhm.
it's
Um,
really not me.
I just do the cover sheet, which is the
Mhm.
math. And you've got the front page from both on a staple to it. And I forwarded the email that includes these pages and the general ledger, the Cheryl,
Mhm.
but for the general fund, do you want me to read them?
No, I think
Okay.
we're fine.
Yeah, we see that.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right, do we need to make the motion to approve the treasurer's report?
Yes, please.
okay. I move that we approve the treasurer's report.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Opposed?
Mhm.
Motion carried. Okay.
Vouchers.
Director's financial report.
I thought you just gave it.
No, my financial report's a little different and it's not in here. Just a second. It's
Okay,
the payments that I've made and purchases and the Amazon stuff.
Okay, so this is. Yeah, I don't
That's what I'm
understand the
saying.
distinction.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Yeah. So this is for the library district. And so how is that different from the directors?
No, unless
Is this, do you all know, are these for the individual libraries? And then she has a separate report
For herself. Yeah.
just for, as in her position, what she's,
I think her separate report basically is like
because this is Jenkins.
anything that she's had to pay. Um,
I
Okay,
mean, in addition to,
In addition.
in
what-
addition
to
to,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
so then there would be a change to this after that's subtracted.
we'll see what she's saying.
Yeah. You can-
That's how that usually
you can-
goes.
Yeah. that
Right,
usually goes. You're right.
People, and so do
No,
you want to
what-
say January, Cheryl tabled the addendum procurement policy?
Yeah, we could say January, that would be
Mhm.
mid-month, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe,
Get us through December,
right.
Mhm.
the new year.
Yeah. My granddaughter, the night before the election, she says, if he wins, I want to go to the women's march. Because I went 8 years ago. She was 12 and she wanted to go so. But I said, I don't think it's safe now.
Yeah,
The
He's
way he
scared.
talked about shooting, I said, oh,
Bring the military.
yeah. I said, no, I don't think it's safe. And so
You can't
I
find it.
said,
I made it.
okay,
It's,
look at,
I will come back to that. Don't let me
okay,
forget.
okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
you got the vouchers.
That these, did you guys have any questions about the list of vouchers in the back?
I do not. Do you?
no, I look, I look
No.
over and start.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so these are the ones.
it's-
So how does this work?
these are, you
Each one you.
initial the front cover. That is
Oh, the one on top.
for
Just-
each
just initial.
packet, yes.
Okay, okay.
So that one is Jenkins
Okay.
invoices.
And I trust Peggy.
Now, are these amounts part of this right here?
No,
Are they part of this here?
no,
Or-
not yet.
Okay,
These are payments that we have not made yet.
Oh, these are ones that we're approving to pay them.
Yes, these are the ones that the checks will be written for.
So even though this
Mhm.
says secretary, I wouldn't sign that. Okay, just
No,
just
I don't
initial.
even know why they,
Okay,
that on
right,
there.
okay.
now the ones that we did last month, they are part of this.
Okay, yeah, so I understand why Cheryl has questions because it's, I mean, I know that you've done it this way and this has worked, but it is hard to um to make sense of.
So Kelly Hansel is still doing
Yeah.
yoga.
She added one temporarily, didn't she?
She did a special one for us after the shooting at the courthouse.
Right.
And she did one for ARH here.
Right,
And
that's right.
and she's been doing like diabetes awareness stuff for
Mhm.
ARH for the last 3 weeks, I think.
Oh, good.
Thank
Okay,
you.
is that all?
For the vouchers, yes.
We
Okay,
don't need to
old
vote on
business, building projects, I guess that is Brian.
That's
That's
Brian,
Brian. I bet he's released.
right.
you all again for the opportunity. Like that lightly. Since we're here in this building, and Ian mentioned that I came, this last week and the week before, and, I guess the biggest portion I've got an update on are the front windows. And I'll have a summary of all the other interior items by the next meeting. But I want to share the report, or the estimate, that I got for the front window replacement. So, for brown glass, specials really should be, copies there.
I didn't know we would up for. So is this something that's been discussed previously?
No, we've had problems with the front windows leaking over the last few years. It's like
Ian mentioned that
seeping
last
in.
meeting.
Mhm.
That's just a budgetary figure to maybe plan forward with, and that's not here today trying to sell you those windows. It's not that, but I just wanted to pass it on to you as I received it. That does not include any temporary barricades. So once those come out, the new window would not go back in the same day. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yes, you've got some leakage. If you walk up near the front, you see the carpet stains.
Yeah.
As Mr. Brown was telling me, he says, you've got a flashing there, but the water cannot escape because the front edge, the flashing is sealed off with caulk. It's been that way since day one.
Wow.
So he said, there's really no way for me to improve or fix the drainage situation
Without replacing the window.
And
50 years.
that glass is just quarter inch glass, so you have no thermal value up there. So really, dollar signs have to be flowing through the glass.
Yeah.
And no UV protection.
Yeah.
At all.
How old is the building?
70s.
1971, so it's 52.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Were those the original windows that were
Mhm.
with the dime store when it was here?
Oh, they were, so they weren't,
They don't have any
They
kind
weren't
of
replaced
protection.
when Harry and Cotto was out.
okay.
They don't have any kind of
Well, I can tell you right
protection.
now that since the flood and I've had to replace all the windows and doors downstairs in my house, I've saved $100 a month, at least in power bill.
In the
There,
power, right.
I know with
Because
our
of the
old
leakage.
building.
Yes, I
I
think.
understand.
How big windows are.
Right, right.
I wouldn't be qualified to say the number of what you'd say, but I mean,
So
it's a,
Significant, I'm sure.
but that's something to plan forward
Mm-hmm.
with. If you see that in the budget in the near future, or
Well, we have the
Yeah.
money,
I
but,
do, but
and in the long term, it would save money, so. I don't
Well,
know.
even the area, the workspace there, I mean, that's getting damaged.
Right,
Who
right.
knows what's happened to the
We have a-
concrete or
we have a
anything under those windows with the water?
Humidity checker that is up next to the front windows, and there's one at the desk. The one up next to the front windows, the humidity is always like, what is it, like 20% higher,
yes,
Mhm.
something like that,
Mhm.
and the temperature is always like 10, 15 degrees higher.
Mhm.
I think knowing that we're heading into winter, maybe this should be something for summer.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
especially
before summer.
If you can't replace the windows in the same day, you know you have to.
Have to wait.
Yeah, we have to
Like I
wait
said,
until the
if
weather's
you get
stable.
those, if you gave the green light today or next week, you're probably 3 months to get the materials to do
Not
those.
should
Right.
So-
order the material.
Right, that's what
So-
I'm saying, so maybe
Those
even if we
windows-
don't wanna do the work until summer, maybe we need to get the ball rolling so that it can be done in the summer,
Yeah,
in
it's
the,
at
in the
least 3 months
spring,
out.
at least, yeah. So,
So,
And you could you could go through suggestions and of what to do with that. I
Yeah.
mean, would you do the same thing? I mean, would that be an option or not? To just replace the
You mean
windows?
like reframing instead of like a different configuration,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
smaller panes?
we did have that thought, is to break that up with a horizontal mullion at least one time. Wouldn't really change the look from the curb that much, but those are huge pieces of glass.
Right.
I
And
mean,
the larger
it'd
the
be-
individual
it'd be
glass,
somewhat dangerous to remove those.
yeah.
They'll have to
Mhm.
come out, but, it would probably give some rigidness and some structural integrity, to break that up with
Mhm.
a thermal break, and I don't really think it would change the
Mhm.
The feel of the front.
feel. I mean,
Well, you
probably
wouldn't
would
wanna
want that
mess
at,
up your display
5.5
areas
feet, so
either.
you're
Mhm.
ducking that, looking out, but,
Mhm.
The problem right now with the display area up there and stuff is that we've had like.
If you set
the
stuff
art-
on the floor,
It destroys it. We had a.
Right.
The heat?
No,
the water.
The water,
Oh, the water, yeah,
the
yeah.
humidity.
Water coming through the windows.
Mhm.
We set stuff up there what was it, last year,
It was
2 years ago,
2 years ago,
2 years ago.
summer
we had
before last, we
some,
had a,
some art that was brought in for like Mountain Heritage or
oh
something.
god.
And we set it up there and there was stuff sitting on the floor and it got absolutely soaked.
Yeah,
Soaked
Yeah,
up
there's
all water,
something-
destroyed it.
happening.
The kid was very understanding,
Oh,
but
well,
I felt
good.
horrible.
Yes.
With it, 30 years of water running underneath the carpet too, it's
Mm.
probably.
Not very healthy.
Well, it's,
in terms of.
Well, I'm talking
It's-
about after you do it, and you're talking about breaking it
Oh.
up, after the
Oh.
windows are installed.
Oh,
Will that hurt your display
oh,
that you
no,
put into the window?
cause those
and the public
windows are,
see?
what, 20 foot?
They're so
Tall
high
panes,
that
But
you
he's
could
talking
have.
about
18?
we'll
breaking them up.
So, like a
probably
9-foot pane and
better because we give us a place to hang stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, it's
'Cause
just
nothing goes-
glass.
You
Except
could
for-
actually use that space a little bit, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now
More
it's
so
just
than
glass,
now.
So we can't really,
Other than the post-it creations, nothing goes all the way up,
No.
right?
That's basically it.
Yeah.
I think we have in the past done a few things, but
Mm-hmm.
nothing major.
Well, do we want to
it was-
authorize?
Can you ask them for an estimate that has,
Includes,
break
includes it.
halfway? Or
That would
9
be
foot?
included. Yeah,
Okay.
We
That would-
kind of thought that would be
Okay.
something that you probably want to consider. I mean, if it's something, that you want to do, if you want to come back at the December board meeting with bids in hand,
That would be
that
great.
advertised. I mean, I realize it certainly exceeds the threshold of.
Yeah,
I
it's
assume-
such a specialty though. I can ask if, well, I know there's other glass companies in the state, so, but they're in Virgie.
Mhm.
Oh, that's great.
My nephew
What-
lives on that road.
So,
He's
But
gonna
you
be
s-
doing the windows at Neon for me,
oh, okay.
on another project, Madison County.
That's about as local as we can get, I think.
Yeah,
And you said that this doesn't include though, whatever barricades would have to be put up in while the,
We'd probably have to block off the sidewalk and part of the street while
Well,
they're
no, I mean-
coming out.
did I understand you correctly? You said that this estimate doesn't include what you would have to do because one window would be taken out, but it wouldn't be put immediately back in. I mean,
Right.
another one. So,
Steve thought, given the radius, he said, I could order those, but he said, that's a pretty dangerous, risk.
he'd rather wait until they're out.
Yes, and so we'd have to, order the-
Plywood,
Yeah, plywood and insulation board,
right,
just so it's not just constant breeze through the joints and that kind of thing, but,
Right.
That'd be temporary.
yeah, but I mean, could you include that when you come back in December? You
Oh,
could
yes,
include
I
that
could.
cost, yeah.
if you accept bids,
Mm-hmm,
you'd have the bonding element, they'd be 1.5% for bonding, which I could tack on. And I
mm-hmm,
could tack on the barricades and,
mm-hmm,
be essentially all it would be.
okay.
So,
Do y'all feel, I mean, here I'm jumping on your job.
No, I don't know what they want to know.
Right. Do you think we want to entertain bids in December? Do y'all feel okay about that?
I will say one
Yeah.
thing that we talked about probably when he comes back to the next one is that the other windows in the building are also having issues.
Yeah, but can we afford to do them all at once? That's the question.
So you're talking about like the ones going down this,
Like this one
This one.
here.
This one and the one going down the steps?
Yeah, stuff like that.
I don't know.
We can do
Okay.
those as an add option, you know, if the monies are not quite available time,
Mhm.
they can just be an add alternate, you know, you can
Just,
take it or leave it.
right,
Yeah.
okay.
Uh, So, but yeah, I can have you a formal bid, you know, you need to advertise,
Mhm.
certainly feel free to, I mean, do what you need to do.
Mhm.
What about the windows that are like basement?
Oh, those are
Those.
in the big, the big room, the little,
Yeah, that looks out onto the street, on the sidewalk.
Those were included.
They're
Those were
included in
this?
this.
Oh, okay,
because they're
good.
part of the
Right.
front
Yeah, I
window.
thought they
already.
might be.
Right,
Those kind of stair step down as you walk
Yes.
down the sidewalk.
right,
That was
right.
included.
Okay.
What does entrance elevation with new doors entail? I
That's the
don't.
front entrance doors, you know, we kind of treat those separate, so if you know, wanted to take them or didn't want to take them at the same time, but that's what that is, that's basically the front entrance doors.
Okay,
So how did they look in your estimation? They need to be replaced, I think,
Yeah, they're better than the big
window.
windows, but he had several comments still about them that.
Those doors are as old as the building, so.
Right,
I
and so
think, I
they're,
think those doors were probably done when the. building was
94?
renovated in 90, I was gonna say 92, 94. So,
I worked
I
there
mean-
then with Bill.
Mhm.
and that was his comment, you know, you've gotten over 25 years of life out of them, so,
Yeah.
you know, they've.
right,
We
they've
just
been
had
in service.
the panic doors, which is the opening bar replaced on those.
Well, I
right.
knew something had happened
Mhm.
recently.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not saying don't replace the doors. I'm just saying, we just had the panic bars redone.
Right, right.
Okay.
who did this
All right.
library, by the way?
Bill.
Bill
did-
Richardson.
He did,
Okay.
well, he was the architect. Now,
Okay.
For the,
No,
No,
it was
no,
the
who the
construction.
engineer.
Oh, well.
for when it was redone in 94. I don't know
Oh.
who built it in 71.
No, I don't
Okay.
know who did it.
I was just curious.
And who did the construction? Do you know?
It's
Is it
on
your-
the, it's
It's
on
on
the
the
plaque.
Oh,
Oh, it
Greg
was.
Amberby.
Greg Amber.
Greg Amberby,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, interesting, all right.
Okay,
He did a lot of stuff that Bill
Mhm.
designed.
Yeah,
Okay, so do you have any news on the Neon and Blackie libraries?
I don't have any.
He doesn't do, he's not doing Blackie. That's,
Oh, he's not?
we have to bid it out.
Oh,
mhm,
So,
yeah,
yeah, I can't comment on Blackie, but
Too bad.
I don't know.
I have comments on Blackie.
okay,
I'll
well,
go-
but you tell
you
us
go ahead
about
on Neon.
neon, yeah.
We could shift to neon. We made some small steps and some progress. I engaged Walt Krenzer, as you all authorized at the last meeting, to do the engineering for the rolling doors. So I'm waiting to get that information back, and surely I'll hear back in a week or so, and certainly for the next December meeting. We've laid the brick up, and we've not set the seals on the larger windows. And the reason why, the structural engineer commented that those larger windows may need to be broken up into smaller units. So we don't want to set the seals if we've got to continue the brick, like a brick column on up. So, still haven't got him to give a final say on that. We've not removed the restroom window. He commented that that may need to be filled up, so we didn't remove it until we get final say so about that. The electrical contractor, he started last week. The power should be turned off either today or tomorrow to the building, so we can change out the new panels. So that works is moving. Alita mentioned about paying for the permit to the state. State inspector came there a couple weeks ago and just said until we got final approval from Frankfurt not to cover anything up. So that was okay, but he didn't tell us to stop working. So that was good. We poured the concrete out front near the corner there, eliminate that landscape area.
Were you able to take the plants to
Uh,
somewhere?
yeah, I did move, but,
Okay.
they're not, I don't think they're gonna live.
Oh, okay, all right, I understand, yeah.
Sorry.
All is good.
Um,
We can buy some more
Yeah.
if we need to. to share with the community.
So hopefully in the next month, we can get the green light from the structural engineer and continue on with the reinforcements as he is partially detailed. So, I wish it would have been sooner, but,
Mhm.
we're just kind of waiting for that. Um,
So I missed the very first thing you said about the rolling window. What did the
Door.
structural, the rolling door rather, what did the structural
Remember at the
engineer say?
last meeting, we had the engineering, line item of $3,200.
Mm-hmm,
And I was saying, I would be hesitant about committing to the full order until we got their engineering back and say that it can work or cannot work. So
okay,
that's
right,
what I've instructed him to do, that I'd be committed to $3,200 until we got that engineering, report back, so.
right, and we haven't gotten that
Yeah,
yet.
got it
Yeah,
back, so
okay,
we'll
yeah.
hope it was any day on that.
Mhm, okay,
Anything else?
I shared pictures of what they had done so far on Facebook and
Mhm.
gotten a lot of likes.
I didn't see it. I'll have to.
Yeah.
It's on the Fleming Neon page. I didn't share it on all of them, but I might
okay.
go in and share it
Mhm.
on all the others.
I'll do a drive-by.
Oh, I go around and
Yeah.
around all the time.
Right, exactly right. You keep an eye on it, don't you?
And Alita's asked me more than once, and she's been persistent on that, of looking at some items at Jenkins.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
Yeah.
so I kind of came up with, it's not all inclusive of her list, but it's a really good portion, and in my opinion, it's the majority of it. So if you all want to,
Mhm.
Thank you, sir.
Mhm.
remember what was the first item, but yes, the hardware on the front doors.
Oh, here, there's an extra.
No, it's fine.
Okay,
I can make copies.
No,
well, there's
that's fine.
enough,
That's
there's two
fine.
extra copies there.
Here.
It's fine.
With Ian on it.
With that hardware, I talked to the guy that supplied it originally in 2000. So here we are in 2024.
Mhm,
It just worn out. You've got 24 years
right,
of hardware on those front doors. So kind of stands to reason why they're dragging. But so you see that pricing. We went up. Was going to try to fix it as a courtesy. The staff restroom door. And there was pieces from the lock actually missing. And
Mm,
the door is warped at the top, and that's kind of hard for me to understand why and how that's happened. But anyway, it has. That's why the door doesn't really shut like it should.
Oh.
ah,
It's
Yeah,
bowed
that's
out at
right.
the top center,
Hmm.
and you can see if it's an exterior door. But anyway, I'm not making excuses.
it's wood,
It is wood.
Hmm.
It's wood, and it has frosted glass. So it's the same configuration as this
oh,
door
it's
here.
good.
And all the interior doors have glass in them.
Mm-hmm.
So the pricing for this one, I just assumed that the glass probably was not needed, not taking away anything from Bill's design
Sure, yeah.
expertise, but I thought being a restroom door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
see
you're
that.
right.
I'm not saying he was great, but
Now, why?
he was good to work with.
Oh yeah, oh yes, he sure was. I miss him already. But
Mhm.
anyway, I just thought that would
Right.
save some money.
Yeah.
And if there's a door that you could probably live without frosted glass, that would be one of them.
Right.
So, and then in the community room, the lack of lighting, or I guess task lighting is a little, on the dim side thing. So, I priced, some additional, lighting in the community room. And since electricians would be coming, I just incorporated, there's, I don't want to say several, but there's a handful of lights on the outside that are not working, and it can be something as simple as a bulb. So I didn't want to put values on on a fixture when it could be a $10 bulb or it could be a $300 light fixture. So
Mhm.
I just thought if you proceeded with that work, to improve the lighting in the community room, they could spend up to 8 hours of diagnostic work and, see if it's a short, if it's a bad sensor on
Mhm.
a motion, light, which there's one out back that's not working, and talked to the librarian, and she said it hadn't worked in a long time. So, and I understand these amounts here, if you add them up, it probably exceeds, a threshold of some procurement guidelines. So just however you wish to, handle these is obviously quite fine with me. In the community room, there's what appears to be mold on the ceiling in some spots, and,
Mhm.
I think it's an airflow issue. So I've given pricing, for that and the cleaning. And the cleaning, that's line item 9. That's actually pricing from a company, that does, mold abatement. I have 2 copies, and that number that I had here for 9,900, that's exactly what his number was. So you could certainly, you wish to
Mhm.
contact
make
directly with him.
That's
uh,
okay.
uh, That's fine. I just,
Mhm. Right.
wanted to let you know that's, and his
We need,
pricing, it does not guarantee to that
Ridiculous.
black to be removed uh, in the initial attempt. You wouldn't
Did you
know when
have
you got
issues
up there.
Well, we took care of it.
Right,
real
right.
fast.
How did you
We
just
cleaned
use the?
that out and then we dried everything out with
Mhm.
humongous fans.
Right,
And then we use a remediation spray.
right.
And we
Yeah.
haven't had any issues with mold.
Mhm.
I think we did a good job.
Good.
Well, I thought I had something that I did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, install a new 12-foot tall aluminum LED parking lot light fixture. So is that not the city's issue?
It's our parking lot.
No,
The
well,
city don't,
Are there
It's-
street lights in?
There is
Streetlight.
on the main street. There
Oh,
is
but
on
not,
Yeah.
the,
but
over
not
the
in the
main
lot.
street,
this
but
is on
not in
the
the
end,
lot.
like if you're looking over at the Catholic church,
Yeah,
it's there on that end,
okay.
Oh,
mounted
In
to
the-
the sidewalk.
it's kind of a dark spot.
Right,
Yeah.
You
right,
go up that holler there.
right. Okay, yeah.
And, there's alternatives to replacing that fixture. It looks like a car's hit it because it's cut off right at the base.
Mhm.
And I assume it matches or did match the one in the front, near the bank, the front
Mhm.
left,
Yeah,
which is a unique looking fixture. I mean,
It does, they don't have to match.
No,
one alternative, you don't want the same thing to happen again. It's very easily could.
Yeah.
Right.
Put a concrete block at the base.
just put a
Uh,
wall mount.
Well, that, or maybe a light mounted to the end of the building.
Yeah.
Right.
Just casting out,
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah.
which would be
Like what we've got
much
back.
less expensive than
Yeah,
Mm,
that
sure.
fixture.
Yeah, like we've got out back.
It's not
Where-
like you,
Yeah.
yes, similar to that, yeah.
Is that motion activated?
I think
No, ours are, not. They-
Yeah.
They come
Okay.
on.
So they're on-
Start.
all the
That's
time
the dawn.
at night. Yeah. But
So you could do that,
They drastically reduced the number of beer bottles in the back parking lot.
That's good. That's good. I wish you could take the
They're going out
LED
there
light
drinking
that the
after
city
they
of
leave.
Whitesburg
yeah.
has that shines right into my bedroom window and the guest apartment's bedroom window. It is so bright. It's like you're driving into an airport. Anyway, and we had tried to get that's what these LED lights are so bright. And we've asked, my neighbor said, he told the city, he said, well, you can either deal with it or I'm gonna shoot him out. Well, he tried and he tried to shoot it with a BB gun and it just bounces off because it's got that really thick plastic. But anyway, we
Yeah,
kept saying, we will
we-
save you money if you'll just turn those off. You don't need to do
we
that.
got the protective fence on the ones here.
Yeah, that's what they have up there
Yeah,
too.
we've got these where they're
Right.
covered.
But that's good that it cuts
Okay.
down on the the beer and
I'd
probably
say
the
that would
cigarette
be what
butts.
you would need to do there.
Yeah, is to put it on the side of the building.
Yeah, I probably think it's fine. And it's not like you pull up and you say, well, the light pole's missing. You don't even really miss it.
Right.
Right.
Not many people out there after dark anyway,
Mm-hmm.
not doing good business.
Right, yeah. Don't really
There's a
have
light
that.
out back that's not working and it could be, either be a sensor, it could be a bulb and, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you could spend a day up there and then there's lights along the front, which are down on the ground near the shrubbery there. Those are not
Mhm.
working and which those are notorious for getting water in them.
Mm, right.
Mm.
Short them out, but I mean,
Yeah.
but all that can be explored.
Mhm,
Uh,
mhm.
of,
Okay, so do we want to talk about priorities for this, or should we postpone this? I kind of wonder if Peggy shouldn't be here when we talk about priorities, but maybe not. Is someone?
Brenda, are you with us?
Of course, she doesn't have
No.
this.
Oh,
she
it's
needed-
on staff computer.
Right, if she doesn't have this list, we
Let me-
probably ought to wait.
Well, she's the one that
She's-
helped me write the
Oh,
list of
okay,
stuff.
oh, okay, this is,
Let me
okay,
see if I can call
so
her.
you generated this to begin with.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we have to just go through it and see what we want done? or-
Right, that's what I'm saying, and she might have some strong feelings about it, but certainly cleaning out the gutters,
Yeah, that
And
should
the-
be a yearly thing.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, when, after they've all fallen off the
Inspect-
trees.
Well,
yeah.
The city used to do the gutters for us.
Oh, really?
Hey Peggy,
Yeah, the face.
I'm gonna put you on speakerphone, cause we're talking about the list of stuff. To be fixed at Jenkins. Is Brenda there with you? Cause I know she helped on the list. Okay, well, let me put you on. Let me put you on speakerphone, okay? Okay, so
that's in a couple places.
you remember the stuff that was on the list for, that needed to be repaired there. We have a list that is from Brian Lewis with estimates for these things. And it's like replacing the front entrance door hardware. And I'm gonna send, is anybody there with you in the library?
Yeah, Missy's been in after that.
Okay, I'm gonna send a picture of this list with the estimates to Missy through Messenger. And
Alright.
and she can print it with for you or share it.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah, I
is
think
fun.
solid door would be great.
Yes, yeah, that's really
That
kind
would
of
be fun.
crazy that, wonder what.
I don't like glass in a bathroom door.
No, no. Tell me what
Okay,
I
I
like.
sent it to her personal
I have
messenger.
solar tubes
Okay.
and I have one in the bathroom, which I love because it's an interior room and it would be so dark. But that solar tube, I remember the first time I had a friend that she said, I couldn't figure out how to turn the
We just
light on.
have-
And I said, well, unless you shoot out the sun.
Okay.
it won't be able to." Because it's so, I hardly ever turn the light on even in the bathroom because it's so.
All right, did she get it?
Not yet, she's closing out something she's working on.
Okay,
She's got it now.
okay. So you can see,
Print it out.
okay,
Maybe she'll probably need to read it, but she probably could tell us the order with the numbers.
Yeah, what her priority would be.
while she's, take a minute to look at that list, okay? I'm gonna. I found my.
She said it was blank.
I s- Hmm. Let me see. She didn't,
Okay, she said it.
okay,
Can we come back to that?
Waiting for it to
okay,
Oh.
we'll come back to that. I'm gonna leave you on speaker for just a second now.
all right.
You
I'll
got
go
the
ahead.
copy of the, but we'll go back up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. I'll make copies of that for you guys in just a second. So I'm going to the Fleming Neon City Council meeting tonight, and I'm gonna tell them, basically give them an update on Fleming Neon.
Great.
And I didn't have a meeting with the new FEMA person. Okay. Just read over it when you get it, and we'll come back to you, Peggy.
All right.
So we were at the point where I needed to send them the estimates of the mitigation things that we needed to do at Blackie, which Charlie gave me the estimates last week, and I got them sent into FEMA. I put them in through the grants portal, and I emailed them directly to our new FEMA PDMG. So I haven't heard anything back on that yet, but I'm hoping that we can move on that soon.
Okay, for the mitigation
Yes,
reimbursement. Is that right?
yes, it's for the building reimbursement, like what we would need to do from FEMA and Kentucky Emergency Management
And that's for Blackie you're talking.
for Blackie.
Oh, for Blackie. Oh,
Yes, we've already got all the money for Fleming Neon.
that's what I was thinking. So, and you're attending the Fleming Neon meeting tonight.
City Council
City
meeting
council
tonight.
meeting tonight. Okay.
Yes,
But for Blackie.
but for Blackie, I'm just waiting to hear back from them. We're actually in the last like few steps of them approving funding for Blackie, and the window for Blackie expires January 30th, 2025. So I asked the new PDMG, and she doesn't think we'll need an extension, but if we get into January and I haven't heard anything, I'll request an
We're working on
extension.
Blackie?
No,
We're
for
getting it
them
in or just for
funding.
The
Black-
estimates to FEMA. right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's for them to decide and send us monies.
Mhm. And is that just for mitigation or that's for the
The whole
thing? Right, yeah, okay.
contents and the building and mitigation.
Can you get back to Brian on what Jenkins, what you want to do for Jenkins?
Yes.
What we want to do for that.
Peggy, have you had a chance to look at that list?
Yeah, I've got it right here. It's not on.
Okay. Which do you think are the most important
To start.
Well,
to start with?
needs to be done for sure.
Which number?
The mold
Mold
man.
remediation, which is.
Yeah,
the
I
one
know. Yeah. That's number one.
That sounds fairly high, but.
Well,
It
it's,
is what it is.
I mean, you pay for not only the work, but the danger of the work.
Yeah, that's true.
What about we know.
The down- Well, I think it'd be important.
What number is that?
Number 7
7 and
and
8.
8.
7, okay, so we'll make those 2 and 3. Okay.
And
Uh,
3, 7, and 8 is what she's been doing so far, right?
No, just 7, 8, and 9.
7,
Yeah.
8, and 9. Oh, the mold.
Yeah.
I was looking at the other stuff. Okay,
Yeah, I think the vote is the most important thing.
right.
We do need to lighting improvements number 3. In that community because it's just
Not usable.
hard to do programs.
they did not plan lighting well in that building.
No, it's certainly not.
Well, it's a log
I think
home
it's
is hard to do.
I'm sorry, what was that, Peggy?
I think the lighting was an afterthought here.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
9, 7, 8. we're gonna throw number 6 in there also because it
So
really,
that's
needs-
kind of.
yeah,
I was gonna say, if you do 9, I suggest you do 5,
No, I didn't get
because
the
without
okay.
breaking that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll
Parking
put-
lot lights fixture, we don't really need that, and I think we
Should we do
Yeah,
9 and 5?
I put 9 and 5 both as number 1
Okay.
because they go together.
Yeah.
Peggy, we talked about the 12-foot tall parking lot light, number 4. We can just have something attached to the roof of the building, like, you probably haven't seen them, like, we've got, like floodlights on the back of this building. We could do something similar.
Yeah, they park out
Yeah,
there.
I don't put 16 or 18 dollars just for that, cause it's really not used.
Okay.
Yeah, but the other kind of light would be a lot less expensive, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not doing it.
Yeah.
Now, what's the rest?
What about 1 and 2?
We definitely need to do
1
1
and
and
2.
2, but I'm
Now
gonna,
that goes in, it was in starting incorrectly to start with, it's always been worked backwards.
okay.
And 2, the bathroom door, I think would be good.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make those number.
And you don't mind that it won't have glass in it, right?
Yeah, we'd rather not have the glass.
Right, exactly. I don't
Even
want that
frosted
painted
glass.
Right.
Okay, so
So
I
we're doing
have,
everything on the list.
That, I think that covers everything, doesn't
I
it?
have,
Clean out the gutters wasn't mentioned.
well, I looked, I
Yeah, it went
lumped
with
that in
Oh, it
with
did?
7.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
7
bounce
and 8,
back.
okay.
So I've got 5 and 9 as number 1. 6, 7, and 8 as number 2. 1 and 2 is number 3. And,
3 and 4.
3 and 4.
3 and 4 lighting, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we could probably turn those into one project also.
Mhm.
Be number 4. Okay,
Mhm.
We can leave number 4 out. So,
yeah, okay, well, it's still gonna be number 4, but we'll just change it to, off, on the building.
Right. Dusk to dawn type thing.
Yes. Floodlight.
We had talked about setting cameras up there. Did we ever do that?
Um,
On that
Ty
backside?
is looking at computer, camera systems for us. I'm
That would be
supposed
for
to,
all.
yeah, it would be for all the libraries. I'm
Mhm.
supposed to look at the Ring business system.
Mhm.
So that'll be soon, but I haven't had a chance to look.
Okay,
Okay,
all right.
thank you, Peggy.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
so do you need to get other bids? Do those amounts surpass human ratios?
Do you remember what the thresholds are from the policy manual currently?
Oh,
Oh, well, this one here it tells.
The one that I suggested, that
Right.
came
it should
from,
have been.
that came
Says-
from KDLA is not, I don't think that's currently what we've got, but it's got a $400, $40,000
Right.
threshold.
It's over
for-
40,000 and less than 40,000, and then smaller increment.
Okay.
Yes. But if I mean, I know it's all work on Jenkins,
Mhm.
and it's not one cohesive project. So we could break it up into 4 projects or
So
2
that there would be
projects.
less than 40,000 each.
Well, that's not even 40,000.
Altogether, right,
It's
okay,
just about 25, 26,000, somewhere around there.
okay.
So
Less
I
than
think-
30.
Mhm.
I think currently our procurement code is $30,000 for, without going to bid.
I don't think this is even 30,000.
Okay.
Somewhere between 25 and 30.
Maybe.
I would put it.
Mhm.
You know, certainly you
think?
could contract direct with, Bluegrass Asbestos,
Not even 20,000.
abatement, for the motor remediation, because they're doing all that work anyway. I mean,
Oh, okay,
I'm not touching, the mold removal, they
Right,
are, so.
right.
if that means anything, but that's. what
right,
it is.
and, but you would be doing the other work,
Mhm.
except for the mold remediation, yeah,
But 25,600.
25,600, so it's within our.
Within our
Mhm.
threshold.
Should we go ahead and then,
I think
Approve it?
so.
I think
Yeah.
so too.
okay,
Yeah, I think that's what we should do.
okay,
Get things
so,
rolling.
So somebody want to make a motion to approve the estimate for fixing Jenkins list?
Okay, I'll make that
Libby?
motion to approve.
moves to approve the,
Jenkins list of
the.
fixes?
the
I don't know,
Jenkins-
the estimate,
Okay.
That's good.
okay,
That covers a lot.
somebody want a second?
I'll second that.
Okay.
All in favor?
I.
Opposed?
I got you now.
Did you, when you tallied those, did you, delete, those two items, the lighting?
No,
No, I don't.
but, the
But
grand
as
total
long
is,
as it-
all of it together is 25,425. So we're,
So do you wanna do the lighting?
But I think, well, I think we
You're
wanna do
talking
the
about
lighting,
the outdoor lighting?
no, you're talking about inside the meeting room, right?
Well, both 3 and 4, the 3 was the community room lighting, which, Ms.
Mhm.
Peggy said, if I heard her right, that really wasn't a big priority. It was an
But it's
afterthought.
important to them,
And then, for the,
It's- if you've
the
ever
rest
been
of
in there.
right,
light-
right.
I mean, you've been,
Yeah, we've been here for board meetings, yeah.
Yeah.
The lighting is important in the meeting room. We do need that.
That it's
I love
not
that.
gonna exceed our limit for approving, right?
we
No,
can,
I like
we can add it in here that we want to do an off the building dusk to dawn.
Alternative, well,
Floodlight.
it's on there. An alternative would be to install a wall mounted light.
Oh, yeah. Let's
So
do
it's
that.
on
So,
there.
so
We'll do
we
that.
just
I
need to
like
say
that.
that,
Excuse me.
right, right.
Okay,
But number 3.
I
we
laid
want-
up.
yes, we definitely do. And our meeting next month is there, so you'll get the chance to
Yeah.
really experience
Yeah.
how dim it is in that
Oh, it
room.
is.
Oh, yeah, we know,
Yep.
yeah.
Most log homes are. have
We would
fluorescent.
appreciate
Mhm.
new lighting.
That would absorb
Just
it.
so dark,
Yeah.
yeah.
Doesn't do good.
Okay,
Mhm.
yay.
Yay,
Well, thank you.
good.
Yes, no, thank you.
Thank
We really appreciate, I've been trying for like 2 years to get this stuff. And you were
It's
not
the little
first.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it all,
It,
yeah.
it adds up, but, so I can
Thank you.
call the mitigation company.
We're waiting on.
Like I was saying, a lot of times you see every day for 20 years and you just don't think
Oh,
about it
yeah.
anymore.
Mhm.
Can I take the,
Yeah.
the,
No, we gotta get that on.
I'm gonna take this and make a
Yes,
copy
yes.
of it.
January 30th is the date.
It's
That
the
has to be
deadline
approved.
for,
Yeah.
them to approve funding, of the project.
And then it goes
And-
to him.
Unless they're not ready and I have to request an extension. So basically, we're at the point where they can say, yeah, this is funded, and we move forward.
Dang, it's
I
taking
hope.
so long.
I
I
really,
know.
really hope. Because I would like that to be going also.
Okay, all right. Is that it?
For Brian,
Do you have anything else?
I don't, like I said, when is the, December meeting? Because I really, really want to have, the final number for those rolling doors and the structural reinforcements.
we would like that. December 16th, it's in the packet.
Okay.
Is it Jenkins, is that right?
It is at Jenkins next month.
Mhm.
I don't have to remember that.
I laid up
Um,
these days.
I'll
Did they
try to
approve the
remember to send
lighting?
out a reminder. I think, I'll
So
call
have an
the,
invoice for neon. Be our first invoice for neon.
good, thank
Great,
you.
great.
I will contact the asbestos company to get the mold done at Jenkins. I'm hoping that they don't want to do it while we're
Well, we're
in the
having our
meeting.
meeting, right?
Max,
Max,
Max Combs,
okay.
That's a good last name. That's my maiden name.
Oh, it is, okay.
Yeah.
Always
Thought you
trusted
worked for
Combs.
Renton.
My
I-
family's from here.
Okay.
so on the windows, I'll have a price for the Harry Cottle Library, windows,
Okay,
at the December meeting too, so. You probably, I would assume, yes, that would surpass, the threshold, so. That'd be
Right.
something that advertise,
Get bids.
okay.
in advance to that December meeting.
I would need to request bids or, yeah, okay. So,
Mhm.
I can contact 3 glass companies and request a direct bid instead of advertising it in the newspaper.
That's, makes sense. I mean, I don't think there'd be, are there any glass companies in our neck of the woods?
In Virginia, there's one in Virginia, Elliott,
Elliott,
Pikeville.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So Pikeville, Virgie, probably one in Perry County, I don't know, is there?
Home Lumber,
Oh, do they do some of that?
they've got a glass department.
Elliott is who did our back here when we got them replaced like almost 10 years ago. Elliott, the glass company that this one, what's the third? Oh,
There's a brown glass,
that's this one.
or,
And then,
Cardinal glass.
Cardinal, yeah.
Yeah, you probably had some experience with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we always,
Where are they
we
at?
use Cardinal. Harlan,
Pikeville,
Pikeville,
and there's Harlan Glass.
Harlan Glass.
Sure, Harlan Glass is still in business or not, but
okay, I can find out. So I've got Elliott, Cardinal, Harlan Glass, and there was. Did you say Home Lumber?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do glass
they do.
replacement? Okay.
They made my cabinets.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, do you have measurements on those that I can steal?
Don't, I was here when we got them, but
Well, I can
I
just
don't-
contact them and see if they'll come and,
they will want to measure those themselves, because
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
radius, that's,
okay,
yeah, be careful about giving them a defined scope, because if it's wrong, then
It's
the
on
error's on
you.
you.
Right,
So-
right, yeah.
okay,
I would let that be be their scope of work.
okay.
They would need to come and
I'll
measure.
let them. I'll just be like, hey, do you know?
Then don't forget the store, entrances as maybe as an alternate. I'd let that be separate, so, you know, the monies, and
Okay,
that way you can see the value difference.
Not everything is
windows and doors. Okay, okay.
I can't imagine waters came through those windows in 30 years.
Yeah,
And, you may mention, probably over $100,000, a performance and payment bond would need to be required, I think, to meet state procurement guidelines if it's over 100,000. So.
So we would need
so
a,
for here, you're talking about.
we
for
would
here,
need a
yeah.
bond.
Mhm.
We need a bond or they?
They need.
Well, that they would issue it if they were awarded,
The-
the contract.
Okay.
They would
Right,
issue
okay.
it to the library board as a security.
Oh, yeah, like you gave us a check
Mhm.
or gave Charlie something.
Well, we gave a bid bond when we're bidding, And then, once we were awarded, then we issued the performance and payment bond. Which is basically your insurance policy if, you know, they fail to complete the work or, you know, I mean, things happen. I mean, somebody gets killed, dies of the owner of the company, there's provisions there for that work to get done for that price. I mean,
Okay,
Right.
all right. I've made notes.
Okay, so
I
you're,
have anyway, just like,
Thank you.
okay.
Can I ask you a question? This is all,
It's all new.
it doesn't have anything to do with library. Is the Browning brothers, any of those still in business in Harlan County? Any of their family take over?
no, I don't think so. If they are, it's on a much, much smaller scale. Larry and, it's his brother, Larry and,
Derek?
I want to say Paul or something.
My name's Larry.
I don't
probably
know
could too.
there.
But I think Larry died about 10, 12 years ago, but to my knowledge, they're not.
Yeah,
But at
I
one
just wondered,
time-
we did a lot of business with, I mean, they worked a lot with Bill's project.
Oh, yeah. They built a Mountain Art Center.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Very, very good for Eastern Kentucky. They were a prominent contractor for
Yeah.
many, many years.
And then one of them got in trouble. I think that was one of their children.
Is
I
that
didn't know
what?
personally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know people in Harlan that subcontractors that worked for them for many years, and but their office was there on 119
yeah,
in a older home to the left there as you approaching Pineville.
yeah.
And but yeah, they were very prominent for many, many years.
I just wondered if they were still.
But not to my
Around.
knowledge, if they are, it's on a much, much smaller scale. I've not seen their name in at least 15 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so policy manual is next. Oh my gosh, I'm so.
that's
Thank
like-
you, Brian. Yes,
Thank
yes.
you all.
Okay,
Thank you all.
Missy said all of the list.
and I'll be messaging you about the church.
What's first,
Yes.
That's
what's
another thing.
and-
I know.
I wanted to maybe probe that maybe as early as tomorrow.
Okay, that'd be fine.
Wow.
Yeah, I can, yeah.
I've
Yeah, I'm
already-
so glad that we
I'm getting
figured out,
antsy about
because
the
the more we looked at it, the more, if
We
you,
have
if we
tried
got the
so
bucket
long
truck
to try to get.
stepped out on that, I feel like that whole subfloor of the bell tower is probably,
collapse.
it could have,
Oh,
they could have just kept right on.
Now that was,
Yeah, it was
that was discernment, I guess, but that. it
good
worked out
thing
good.
that we looked at that. So yeah, okay. Just let me know when you might, you know, the secretary is there every day from 9 until 2. But I can come and meet you there anytime.
You know, we've got forklift training in the morning at 10.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But
Yeah, you,
it's gonna be raining all week. So,
right, so
But,
that might
but
not,
that's okay. I mean, for what we're doing.
we
next
can
time,
still go all the way
That
down
means
here.
a little lighter schedule generally for us. So,
Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
so maybe tomorrow, or Wednesday.
Okay, sounds good.
Are
Thanks.
they opening bids for the center, or you said they bids in?
Or both. Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock, I think. The bids are due, and they're supposed to be open and read aloud once they do. You know, some people will hold them, but not supposed to do that. Read aloud Wednesday.
Is that for
Blackie.
Blackie? Oh, okay. So where is that gonna happen? Here?
No,
It's
At
it's
Black-
for the community center.
Oh,
so
for the
probably-
community center. Okay, I thought it was not something we were talking about.
No, we haven't
The
decided.
judge had-
Right,
what to
yes.
do with that.
Yes,
the
be
judge.
submitted to physical court, the county judge's office.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 Yeah, everything takes so long.
Thank you all for your.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank you.
Brian.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
We're excited. Inch by inch.
That's-
You know, we had, thank you.
Thank you
We
so
had
much.
4 major losses
Yeah.
that day, and having 2 of them fixed feels like a win. And we're working on number 3.
Mhm.
Okay. Where are we
Okay.
with the policy?
Okay, I did not send it out, and I apologize for that. I did add the volunteer policy, but then I started going back through the things, the notebook that we all went through in those many times. And I, one thing that I was just mentioning that we said that it should be revisited on a regular basis, and that needs to be in the policy manual
Yeah.
too. So what do you all think? Once a year?
I think we should
On a
do
certain-
part of it once a year and the other part the next, like every other year
Okay,
visit, because it does take a long time to go through the whole manual.
you're right, it does, it does.
Something else I was.
Yes.
wondering, would it be possible, like, depending on how much of it's done at this point, to, okay, the policy manual and then just make amendments to it?
Throughout, yes.
Yeah,
Okay, well, so you all have gotten what I sent out that had everything except for the volunteer policy.
Mhm.
So do we want to adopt that now or wait until, I mean, it might be a clean break to just let me send it out to you all. I'll put in that statement about reviewing it. Well, I mean,
Put
if
it
we
on
said
the
we reviewed
December?
it every year and we could just do what we could do, you
Yeah.
know, and have people look at the index and say, I think we need to look at these. So,
I like that.
okay.
I
and-
think that would be, take it, we would keep things in mind from the past year and make those
Right.
revisions
Right.
as needed.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we adopted it in December, then we could say, this is the policy manual we're operating on. And then we could look at it again the following December, maybe?
Yes,
Yeah.
that sounds
Okay.
good.
Okay, good. Okay, I'll put that
Okay,
in there
I
and I
will.
will send it out. So I apologize.
Don't apologize, we're thankful
Well,
for you and all that you've done with it.
Well, thank you, yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
just-
that's a lot of work.
Well, you know, I don't know if you all have ever had this experience, but on the computer that I was working on, and Ian may know exactly how to fix it. I finally figured it out. I could not, it would not allow me to copy and paste.
Mhm.
Did you have keyboard shortcuts disabled?
No. And
Oh,
the
it's a
only
Mac.
way I was able, and it was a Mac, and the only way I was able to do it is to completely shut down. And then, I tried that didn't fix it. And then there was another step that Google told me I could try. But I was, you know.
So you
when
were
you're
using
used to-
Google Docs?
No, I was using Word.
Okay,
oh, did you have it like where where you couldn't edit it? And it wouldn't make
No,
copies?
it wasn't that. It was something else. I can't remember what it was, but I just tried everything. But you know, you spend so much, I'm so used to doing that. Okay, help yourself.
I will be right back.
Yeah. You know, you're used to doing that, and then
Yeah.
I was fighting it, and then I had to.
Oh,
run it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. So that's why I didn't, because I was trying just to add the volunteer.
did you finally,
policy.
see how you could work with that?
Yes, I got it
Okay.
fixed. I'm not sure how I got it fixed, but that's why, I
Well,
did,
good.
yeah, but anyway, that's.
Okay,
Little things like that can
Yeah.
be such a hassle.
yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, I'm glad you made it through that.
Yeah, well, thank you. Something else that I mean, this doesn't necessarily need to go in the minutes, but if I can get some help, I know Legina, you had mentioned, you know, I have had a little free library built. And it's in my basement, and I have been painstakingly painting little free library on the side,
Yeah.
using stencils and everything. I would love to get it here because and then see if something could be, because Gina had suggested what did you say? Some kind of a decal to put on the
Vinyl.
side, a vinyl thing.
Yeah,
It's rough plywood, so my worry was how well that would adhere.
well, if it's a sticky, if it's,
It should do
Yeah.
fairly well. Vinyl sticks to just about anything.
Okay.
yeah,
okay.
it's actual glue, it's not
Right,
like
okay.
a peel
We
off
have
of the
a
windows.
cricket, we have
Yeah.
one of the cricket cutters.
Okay, well then that would be
And-
perfect.
and,
I would be happy to donate that, and the colors that my plan was to get the city to put it down there by the playground in the Riverside
Oh.
Park. So it's that yellow and blue and red are the colors. And so, but I thought it would be great if it could be Letcher County Library decal on the side, talking about the little
Yeah.
free library.
Oh, yeah.
So I would love for us to, for you all, to get it here so you could see it. And I talked to Tiffany Kraft about having it set on a pole there, and she thought that the city could do that, but I would, it would be great for it to be affiliated with the library.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna put Madeline Flannery gives this to you, vote for county judge or something, nothing like that. So that would be, I just thought that I had some of the materials and I liked the idea. And so anyway, so I'll have to get you to.
Isn't there a little free library down there already? There was years ago, but there may not be now.
We've driven past some, like we drove past one on the way to Letcher last week, and somebody's been tearing the front door off of little free libraries.
Right,
and-
well,
and the blessings.
The blessing box. See, that was
Beautiful.
one of my concerns about putting it down there by the playground at Riverside Park. You
No,
saw
a
one?
long time ago, there was one because somebody had done it might have been the library, had done well, maybe it wasn't a little free library.
It's
Remember
that
this?
walk,
Yeah.
story walk.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
story walk. That's what.
Oh,
Was it?
okay.
Did the library do that? No.
No.
It
I
might have
don't-
been the
I think,
West Whitesburg Elementary.
I don't remember. I
Somebody.
think we worked with the city on one at Veterans Park, and then it didn't happen.
This
Um,
one, I think, was done by Save the Children. 21st
Yeah.
Oh,
Century or
probably
something.
was
Okay.
one of those grant programs.
And they
yeah.
did a story walk.
Yeah.
Went all the way around, and the things are still there, I think.
Are they really?
I
I can't.
The
remember.
But
post-
I'd
this
have
is
to go
what
look,
yours.
but
Yeah.
Your little free library is different.
Right. But you raise a good point about all the vandalism,
Well,
and that's a pretty isolated
it is.
place. So
after dark, it's a drug place.
I bet
to
it is.
meet.
So
I
my
wonder-
thought was closer to the Red Bridge here. Somewhere along Tanglewood Trail where there's more traffic, and that's where the
We could do
farmer's
one
market would be.
There's
Like
easy
on the
access from
other
this side.
side. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime I know that there's a little free library close by, like
You
I've
take-
taken some to the courthouse where they
Yeah,
had.
Roy
the-
brings every Friday.
Yeah.
He
Anytime I
has-
go over there
Mhm.
for checks or anything, I look to see, but do you know where that got moved to when they put in the metal detector?
It's right inside the door there. It's
Okay,
on the
so it's in the
table.
foyer.
It's in the foyer. Yeah,
Okay.
it's there. Yeah,
Cause I walk over.
that's such a
there,
lovely. Yeah,
It is, and I forget to look
right.
since they moved it.
Yeah.
But, they're probably gonna move it again when they put up the Christmas tree.
Oh, okay.
If they put up a Christmas tree
Yeah.
this year. But yeah, I actually asked Scarlett to talk to her uncle about maybe building some little free libraries or
Mhm.
blessing boxes to put at the libraries. Brenda and her husband did the one at Blackie, but
Mhm.
I'm also gonna ask her if they can do some for us too.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like I would love to have a little free library at each branch.
Right. Exactly. Well, this one, I mean, the
Or-
colors don't.
Yeah,
It could be changed or it could just stay the way it is.
I'm
It's
not worried about.
yeah. They don't clash with Doug Adams sculptures along there. So
Okay,
Okay,
okay, so
how about the bonding library board and director?
that is, of course, I keep postponing it because I'm trying to get all the other things that have a definite deadline done. I know that we do need to get you guys and I bonded, so I was hoping Chris Gooch would email me back with some insight because he's the one that he does our audit, so that's one of those things he's supposed to ask me, and I asked him about it and I hadn't heard back, so I'm not sure.
Just table it until December then?
Yes, please. To the Flex medical accounts, I did talk to
Mhm.
Chris
Yes.
Woods, and it's not that we can do whatever we want, like he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to do a set amount for everybody, and we can only do it for the ones that we give insurance to. So we can only give flex accounts to the full-time people, and it would be the same amount for everyone.
Okay, well, yeah, I was assuming it would be the same amount.
Well, we had said something about, the percentage.
Oh,
because
right,
it
right,
was
right.
In place of a raise,
In place of the pay, right, the raise, right, okay.
which I think my notes said 2.3%.
Did he have a suggestion?
He did not, but I was thinking maybe what we do is do an average of the full-time, what the 2.5% would be, and just do something like across the board for that,
Mhm.
which I think is gonna end up being like, I know it was gonna be, let me do math.
Maybe we need to think about this
Yeah.
and table that,
Okay,
because we don't need to make a decision that is not for everybody, you
right.
know? So maybe we need to think about some of our options, because
Okay.
this is the first time I've really got to think about it, and I don't think that quick. So,
Right,
I can ask him if he's got suggestions or
Yeah.
what other companies do.
Yeah,
yeah,
Okay,
okay.
cause I know I had one, but I don't know how they set it up, you know.
yeah, that's the
how
thing,
they
I
did
had one
anything.
too, yeah, and I thought it was a brilliant idea.
I loved
to
it.
keep you, yeah, but, right. It wouldn't be exactly the same, except that everyone got a merit raise, but the merit raise wouldn't be the same amount, is what
Right.
you're saying, so this would be,
and we couldn't do it for the part-time people.
right, and
and-
we, yeah.
No.
So maybe
part-time.
we can do our own research and see
Mhm.
Yes,
what is
please.
out there, what has been
Um,
done successfully, you know?
All right, table to at least
December.
December, we'll put it.
With the IT network update, the stuff that I said we should go ahead and get right away. I have from Ty, it was the Dream Machine, which is, that's like
State of the art, or,
it's like the
latest-
firewall,
yeah,
that allows us to put limits on people not being able to look at certain things.
yeah.
And then the access points. So one for each branch is of those two items is gonna cost $3,152. I haven't placed the order yet because I need to send them our tax exemption. And I mean, I have to set up an account in order to do that, but it shouldn't take very long.
Okay, so you said 3 branches, what, there's 4.
4 branches.
Okay.
The 4,
Okay.
the
I just-
total is, I only printed
Okay.
one, but if you guys.
Okay, the cost, tell me again,
3,152?
Mhm. And that's the total for the 4 Dream Machines and the 4 access points.
I think if I remember right too, he said that we allow all computers at each of the branches to be able to communicate with each other. So we would
Yes.
be able to have
so you have a net,
a shared file system between all.
Yeah,
Right.
And that's how we would be able to do the intranet, have
Right.
have a private website for the
just
staff.
for the staff, yeah, I think
Where
that's.
we would put like forms that we request them to fill out when they want to take time off,
Mhm.
the policy manual.
It could be a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah.
And we know
Okay.
that he is working for a very big medical
Yes.
center that does his stuff. He
Right,
has
so-
experience, and
Mhm.
this is what he's suggesting, and
Mhm.
And the last place that I worked that had an intranet, we had all of those things, but we also put our program dates. We shared stuff for the
Shared calendar.
newsletter, shared
Yeah.
calendar. We also
oh,
had
yeah, it's so nice.
pictures of all the staff and a little bit about them, which is
Mhm.
important
Yeah.
for places
Yeah.
like this where you guys didn't know we had Samantha and we
Right,
had
right, yeah.
So it can be a lot of very helpful things.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna set up the account and try and get this ordered
Can I help you?
today. or
Okay, do we
tomorrow.
need to vote
Oh, okay.
on? Okay, okay.
It's-
Okay.
Good
I'm
then,
sorry.
yeah.
And it's
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
me too. Okay, so the procurement policy, you guys wanted to wait on that,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and the check signing addendum. I'm going to try really hard to get checks for the December meeting so we can try it out and see what you feel about it.
Mhm.
So we're gonna come back to that one in December. The charge for printing,
No.
we've been talking about it, along with like the faxing stuff. We did away with the fax charge last month. We want to change the charge for printing to 10 cents a page. Because
What is it now, quarter?
right now, some stuff is 10 cents a page, like anything for school, anything from genealogy. If they print a lot of stuff for ease of calculating, we make it 10 cents a page.
Mhm.
And then basically everything else is 25 cents a page. And Ian did some math, and I think he's right. I think it would be easier to just, and
I
we
think,
can,
I think that our average cost per page to print is somewhere around like 8 cents, 8.5
Right,
cents.
yeah,
and
And we're charging 25 cents.
yeah.
I
And
mean,
we only-
like,
eat 10 cents or 8 cents anytime somebody accidentally prints more pages than they needed of
by
the
the
thing.
time you count the 2
Mhm.
cents extra, for every page, it's gonna cover that. So, I mean, realistically, it's just, we'll still be in the clear. It's just, it's gonna be easier for people. It's gonna be less expensive. People come in, need to print, 20 pages of medical documents. It's not gonna cost them, $5. So it's gonna cost them
Yeah.
$2.
And this is one of those things where we look at the budget, and last year, I think printing and faxing brought us $5,000.
Right.
That's a
So
good amount of money.
it is, but I think it would be
Yeah, and so
Better
you
for the
nice.
community.
kind of looked
Yeah.
at the cost for,
Mhm.
Yeah, we're not making a ton of money on it anyway.
Mhm.
And
And if we really need it,
taking
we
that
can,
cost down and having it
You can take
be
it back up.
just
Yeah.
easier.
Right.
for
right,
people.
that's what I was
or
gonna say.
we can like apply for.
You never know,
grants
there
or-
might be a change in the cost of things you need to print.
Right,
Then,
that's true, yeah.
So
then we could change it.
is it okay with you guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I don't think that's a thing we need to,
No.
that you need to vote on, since it only brings in about, yes, ma'am?
I just want to say, and I think I told you this one. Yeah, I am not charging right now for, and now if somebody comes in and they're
Yeah.
big stack. I
you
think-
did say
I
that.
don't,
Yeah.
Right, right.
That's basically that, and
Right.
computer services, what we have to offer, and they're paying the same amount of library taxes.
I don't expect you to charge.
Charge.
And
Yeah.
when we open Fleming Neon up, we're probably not gonna charge for a little bit with them. And just, you continue to not charge.
Because most, I know where y'all here, y'all have a lot more. But most of my, well, of course, faxing, you're not charging for you right now, but most of my printing is, somebody wants to print a label, somebody needs to print a couple of forms they have
Yeah.
to send somewhere, somebody, or they have to copy a, it's all mainly
Yeah.
5 sheets or less
Mhm.
on average, I'd say.
Sounds
I think
good.
that's great.
I wouldn't charge either.
Yeah.
Mhm. I know Rachel and Lisa said that they use the library to make all their copies since they've retired.
Yes,
But
they,
that's, I mean, and they
Yeah.
can afford, but whatever, I think that's fine,
The only time that we ever have really any issue with printing is sometimes somebody will come in and print 1,000 pages.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
And
That's a red alert, a
Um,
flag.
generally, it's like if they're presenting at a conference, we've had a couple of people that do. We have somebody that does like works with some social groups, and when
Mhm.
she is going to meetings for those, and
Mhm.
it's for like people that request grants.
Right.
So when she goes to those meetings, she has to have a lot of handouts ready, and she's just not able to print that at home.
Right.
So,
that's one thing I really love about our one printer. We've got a large scale printer.
Mhm.
You can print a lot very fast on it, the one Kyocera.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, so like if somebody wants to make a lot of copies and stuff, you can run through fairly quick.
Not a problem, right, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so
Blackie Area Trustee Nominations. Do
yes,
you have anybody in mind?
I was thinking we could get somebody that we know uses the library. What about Ernie Cottle?
Ernie doesn't use,
He comes for,
he's not been to oral history.
okay, but we
I
want
mean,
somebody
I would have nothing against Ernie, but he's never been
big.
a big library.
I'm not saying
I think they spend a lot of time,
Yeah, okay. Since he retired
yeah.
and he can go to the academy,
He
go
goes to
fishing.
shoulder surgery, but he is going to be Santa for Blackie.
Oh, nice.
And which I forgot to mention that a while ago, but there will be
Hmm.
some charges showing up. They bring Head Start and they have a special thing, Ernie. We had Roland Cordell. Head Start does that, and this year I told them I would help do treat bags for the kids.
Fine. If
It
you
would
need
just
us to
be-
order anything,
No, I don't think so. Well, I'll check. I might could get some stuff more.
okay.
I was thinking I might get like a color crayons, and I'm not sure what they do, fruit and nuts. And,
Yeah.
they come down on the stage there, and they have stage decorating, and our lights are going back up. instead of
Oh, good on the
right.
bridge.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
They plug into us. but
Yes.
I figured that
Mhm.
everybody loves the lights. Everybody would really like those. We're talking about, they like the bridge.
Oh,
Mhm.
And the lights will be turned on Thanksgiving.
I'll have to make.
The lights are already
Yeah.
on. They picked a pretty day to put the lights up, but they're
Mhm.
already there. but it's-
I wonder if maybe they could just
What
leave
about,
the lights.
does Martha Watts come there and do any?
Well, she hasn't a lot lately. I'm trying to think. When
So
is
is a
this?
trustee the same as a board member?
Yes.
Okay, to replace H is what we're
Yes.
talking about. Okay.
We just need two people and I
Who'd
can
you say?
actually, I can,
I would say Martha. Darlene Campbell.
Darlington.
How do I
Nice
know
person.
Darlene?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I go to Doty Creek all the time, so I know Bonita and Delana and all them. Do they even use the library? Bonita Adams and Delana Bridewell, Liberty Campbell?
Not a lot.
what
Of
about,
course, it's been 2.5 years since anybody's used it.
Yeah.
Right, right.
what
So
about,
that's hard to-
I blanked on her name, the lady that gets all the interlibrary loans.
Nina,
Nina.
I don't even know how she is right now. She's
Nana
out-
Craft?
No.
No, Nana. I know who you're talking about.
Cornet.
Yeah, she's the activist.
Dean and Nina Cornet?
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
a
she's
real
an
activist, but,
Yes, she is.
but
They stay in
Retired
Alaska.
military. Yeah, they,
no, they sold her last.
oh, they did?
Nina has been out of commission for several weeks. She got a bad break.
Oh, no.
But, and they're.
She was just here
they're-
like a few weeks ago. It
Oh,
feels
really?
like a few weeks ago.
No, it's been a while, but
I ran
the
into
last
them.
I heard was, she was starting to like, she fell through a little walk bridge that crosses a little gully there.
Oh, no. Well, if,
Does
I-
H have any
H-
suggestions?
Is this off? Is this off?
no. And I can't turn it off either.
I'll talk.
Do you guys wanna?
Yeah.
Wanna think about?
Yeah.
Who you
Yeah.
might, and maybe ask some people. I can always call Stacy and see if Terry has any suggestions, or if, who is it, Chetty that's over
So
there?
H will have some.
Yeah, Teddy.
Yeah.
See if Chetty has any suggestions.
I didn't know this
We-
was coming. Let me.
Okay, we
Yeah,
definitely
let's-
want
let's just-
somebody that has a relationship with the library.
let's
If we
think about
can.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
it. Let's think about it.
Okay, I mean, he just officially resigned, so, we've got a little time.
Like to have somebody in place by January.
Mhm. Yeah,
that
it would be good.
Pretty
Yeah.
nice.
Starting point.
Yeah.
Denise Bates, does she or her mother come to the library much? I know Denise isn't in the best health, but I don't
Really?
know about, well, yeah.
Okay, that's, we decide to
Um,
work on this and
yeah.
report back in December if we have
Mhm.
someone.
yes, and if we, if we choose nominees in December, they won't be chosen between until
The fiscal court.
January.
January,
Okay, yeah,
because their meeting is the same day as ours.
okay.
Just earlier in the day. But I will send in, like, as soon as I have
Mm-hmm.
information, I'll send them in. But I'll call Stacy and see if she can ask Terry if if they have any suggestions.
Uh,
And you can also,
Yeah,
Yeah, give us
I-
some
I-
feedback,
yeah, I
some
can
thoughts,
wait.
yeah.
All right, do we need to make the announcements and?
Well,
make-
can I, one other thing under new business, and I mentioned, what could we do for H?
Yeah,
when Jeanette retired from the board and had planned on not coming back, we got her a plaque. And,
Okay.
and I can do that, in appreciation of his service to the library board.
Okay,
didn't
Um,
it retire?
she did, and then she
years
came
ago,
back.
and then she
Oh,
came
okay,
back.
okay.
Right, she
Um,
didn't retire now.
yeah. we
Something
served
to
for 8
keep
years.
in mind, though, when mom died, we had no idea what to do with her plaques.
No,
I know,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
So, I'm not saying he's gonna
Don't
die
do
and
it,
we
but
shouldn't
yes,
get it.
no,
But
but
it's
yeah.
something we should think about. If we could get him a special Christmas ornament, because
Mhm.
I don't know. Do you want
Yeah.
to think about that also?
Let's think about
a
that.
gift card or something like that.
Yeah,
that he could
something, a gift
use.
card that you could use, yeah.
Yeah. that would
And,
be
and
a
I was
nice-
even thinking,
Yeah, because
Mhm.
then maybe when he goes, has to
Yeah,
go out of town
travel.
for a visit,
mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
he could have somewhere to eat or something.
Right, yeah, and I was wondering,
Something he
if-
can use.
yeah,
Yeah.
I might put a bug in, our local Mountain Eagle reporter. More, yeah, he looked at me, looked around. You knew as a Mountain Eagle reporter, because, he served on the Farm Bureau Board for so long, and this
Yeah.
He
one,
may
and
still
just,
be on it.
No,
no,
Yeah,
no.
he stayed.
On this one,
So I
for
think
like
he's
6
been-
years.
Yeah, I mean, he was an art teacher for forever. It might be nice to do just
He
a
was
little.
guidance counselor.
Yeah,
Yes, oh,
And I don't know what he did at Jenkins,
I think he taught art.
Yeah, I think he was
but
art.
he taught school.
Yeah,
I mean, high school forever.
yeah.
He was the
right.
art teacher, and then he was guidance counselor.
Then he lived
Okay.
in Ohio, was an art teacher.
Oh, okay,
Virginia.
there, yeah, okay.
I didn't know he was an art teacher.
Yeah.
I thought he just taught.
Now,
Like
No,
history
he
or something.
that-
No,
He did
no,
that. He did
yeah,
both.
he did,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so we'll just consider,
Yeah,
we'll think about,
think about,
Maybe
Mhm.
have a write-up.
yeah.
Yeah. that
But,
would
but
be
I mean,
nice.
something from us, I think would also be nice. I
Yeah.
like the idea of a gift card.
okay.
Okay. Okay,
So we'll
Yeah.
probably do that in January.
I thought
Or
you
we'll talk about it.
yes.
Sorry, were
Okay.
you saying something to us, Rita?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking to Peggy. I didn't know that my audio was
okay.
on. Sorry.
Only I could hear you and it's really faint.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so,
Turkey or Thanksgiving dinner on the 26th.
1 week from tomorrow,
Okay.
you don't have to bring anything. If you want to join us, we almost always have huge numbers of leftovers. We're actually downsizing the size of turkey and ham this year because we always have so much left over.
Where do you get IGA? Where do you get this?
I've purchased from IGA in the past. I think I'm gonna just go to Walmart and Hazard and get everything
Oh, okay.
because of ease of purchasing there.
Mhm.
Can you
They have
cook?
turkey already cooked?
Oh, no, we
You do it all.
Legina and Tessa
Do it
cook
all.
the turkey for us.
Wow, okay.
We cook the
How do you-
turkey and, the, ham, and we make the mashed potatoes. And Tessa usually does a broccoli casserole, and I usually do the dress.
Okay, wow.
So it's an all-day event.
Right, I bet it
And-
is.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not mad at anybody, but
Right, exactly.
I won't be either, cause I've got to cook.
Right.
I've got 20
Grace,
people coming.
Oh.
we're actually talking about the possibility of holding it
Sounds like
Friday
fun.
before Thanksgiving next year.
Just.
Yeah, so it's,
So it's not
Oh,
so
yeah, it
squished
is,
together.
yeah.
And
Right,
What I
right.
can for everybody.
we
Yeah.
thought, like we
Comes in on
discussed that
Yeah.
this year, but we were
Then
already
if you have family
into
coming in.
Right,
November.
right.
and
John's
it's
is coming up for what?
hard to
Right.
change that.
Change.
Thanksgiving.
Let me go make
Okay.
copies
my
of
family's
this
coming
really
from
fast,
Okay,
and then we'll review and we
And then
can,
we can adjourn.
then
guess.
we'll,
No, my daughter said she had to go back Friday because her mother-in-law's cooking. And then, but my son,
So when are you doing it?
on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, on
but
Thanksgiving Day.
I said I'll be cooking until then,
Right, I know.
or cleaning one.
That's such a,
Backbreaking. The
Yeah.
cooking is backbreaking. I get up
I
and,
don't do it. Do you do it for
Oh,
your
I
whole
use
family?
both.
Yeah.
We always, I would spend a lot of my holidays with my mom and dad, you know.
Right,
So we
right.
would load up and go up there and I would help mom.
Right,
With
yeah.
everything, you know.
Now it's your
And-
job.
Yeah, and so as I would start getting mom and bringing her down, and then she could, you know,
Mhm.
enjoy the situation. But now I don't go to them. And
Yeah.
so
I printed them, they
we've
got
been
stuff
having
to the
it
side.
down in our building,
Mm.
a little bigger.
Well, this year I told them, the ones that are coming, I told them to bring,
Bring something.
I gave them.
Yeah, you know.
You assigned them something?
Yeah,
Good,
assigned
good,
them
Did
good.
you watch the NBC morning show? Because that's what they were saying.
No.
Is that it's good on everybody to bring
Bring
things.
stuff.
Like a
because
potluck.
we're
Yeah.
having a new era, you
Right,
know?
yeah.
Is that all?
Everybody's got so much to do.
No, we're still.
Let's bring this meeting to adjourn.
Well, no, we have to
gotta
go over
approve
this
the-
first.
What is
yeah,
That's what, this is
Just-
the
this
director's
is
financial report.
Purchases and payments that I have made that are not part of the invoices.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you give to the Family Resource and Youth Services Conference?
Where, what number?
Is it-
I mean, where is that?
1017.
Oh, we sent Tessa to that,
To attend that.
for continuing education.
Where
in
did they go?
Louisville.
Louisville?
And she was going with her aunt, so she did not like request per diem or mileage. And
That's just the registration.
yes,
Her aunt took my job.
I had
Okay.
to, we made sure that it would count for continuing education with KDLA and they approved it. So she was gonna go anyway. So she just went for us and we're using the information that she acquired. She said she's gonna like combine some of that into the programming for storytelling stuff.
Mhm.
How does that go? It says general fund. How is that paid with a check?
An e-check, I use the routing and account numbers.
What's omitted tangible? What's that mean?
That is taxes that we receive.
That aren't on the regular?
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what is included in omitted tangible, but it's its own category. I think it's probably things like if you have,
Oh, looked at property tax.
I
Yeah.
know, look at that. Yeah, I paid mine twice by mistake. I finally got reimbursed. I couldn't believe it. Well, my mortgage company pays it. But I forgot and I went in there and paid it. And then it was like, everyone said, no, we can't reimburse you. No, we can't reimburse you. And I was, shh. And then I just got a check in the mail from my mortgage company reimbursing me. But I thought, I can't afford $950 twice.
Well, I had to go pay my parents one.
Oh, yeah.
And
do you guys ever look at your tax bill? Like, do you know how
What
much?
percentage is, a big part of it goes to
Well,
The
county
guess
extension
what?
service, right?
Yeah.
I'm now over 65.
Me too. And
Now,
me too, it don't matter.
I didn't, oh, it does? It makes a huge difference.
Well, if they
well,
may,
just on one property is what.
Right,
it is.
right. It has to be the property
but
you live in.
also, if you have a family cemetery on your property, you are not supposed to pay property taxes. Well, we have, on my mom and dad's property, we have a family cemetery. Okay, but they have passed away. But every heir, all their children are over 65. And they still would only cut that tax bill to half price because I think it was in heirs or something.
Right, so that you all, yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, it was it would reduce mine significantly.
It
And
really
I
helped
didn't know
us.
anything about it. I'm 68, almost
Well,
69.
if you know anyone,
So,
if
you
you
know
know
what we're talking
anybody
about.
Yeah.
that has a family cemetery on their
right,
property,
yeah.
tell them, because in Kentucky, you're supposed to not have to pay those
Right.
Somebody
taxes.
told me
right.
that. What were you going to share about?
sorry.
Oh,
Looking at our percentage.
no, I was
I'm sorry,
wondering
I
if
made
you
you
knew.
feel-
Yes.
No, I was wondering if you like know how the library tax affects your tax
Yeah.
bills.
Yeah.
Is
I
it
see that,
bad?
and I- No,
No,
no, it's not bad.
it's reasonable.
I think
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
Okay.
But if you just think about all that,
Everything that
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
asked.
well,
Right.
all that money for the library, that is,
Mhm.
I'm like, I live in Knott County, so I pay my tax bill in Knott County and I
Mhm.
don't have library tax on mine. But, I know my overall bill was like 194 or something because I paid early,
Yeah, I pay her, yeah.
but
And
I
we
don't
pay
know,
mine today.
I
My
don't-
mom and dad's today.
I don't know how much the library tax is in relation to like the overall bill. So,
Yeah,
They
I
have a
know,
library tax.
no.
they
that's
don't,
what I think.
yeah.
And I
I'll
wish
bring in
they
my
did.
library card and show you
Okay.
next. If
Your-
I
the
Is it,
tax
you
card.
mean
I
your
my-
tax
My
bill?
tax bill,
Right, right,
if they don't take it.
If you don't think that would be weird to share it with me.
It's my mom and dad's. My
yeah,
husband's
right,
already paid ours and I don't even know where it's at.
yeah,
But I have theirs in my purse, and so I gotta go down to, not my purse, but in my car. And I have to go down today and
Make sure
Hey.
you don't have anything in your pockets. You can take
go
your.
to
No,
the
we don't-
sheriff's,
sheriff's
office.
sheriff's office
That's
doesn't
different.
require that,
you know,
which
he's
is kind of
wanting-
crazy. I know, it's a little crazy, but anyway, we won't, yeah, anyway, okay. And, you know, that no employees have to go through it.
Oh, really?
The
You
metal
know,
detector
where
in
did
the
they-
courthouse. I know.
I
that's
think
what
it's
I'm
a-
saying.
I go,
Kind of,
Yeah,
It's
me
a-
too.
it's kind
It
of-
was an
yeah.
employee problem.
I go into the courthouse and I turn in that door as soon as you walk through the front door,
Yeah.
which is before
I
the
had to
metal
go through it.
detector.
Oh, I know. And for
So,
voting, no one
I-
had to go through the metal detector if you
No.
voted at the
The
courthouse.
the last
And I
time I
did.
went, which was to pick up checks for deposits, I went, there was nobody in line. Cause previously there was a long line and I just snuck in the door and nobody
Mhm.
said anything. But I went through the metal detector, came out, walked back around and into the clerk's office,
Right.
that first door, and I'm sure they thought I was crazy.
Well,
but
no, I mean, you know.
They were telling me to go through the door,
Oh, okay.
through the
Go
detector.
detector,
Yeah.
right, yeah,
but it's fine.
yeah.
I'd forgotten initially, so I came back and emptied my pockets and then went.
Right, right,
They even look in your purse.
yeah.
yeah,
I
they
don't
looked,
care.
they emptied my purse.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't care,
Yeah.
so.
I don't
Yeah,
care,
me
that's the
neither,
way I
me
feel.
Told her, have at it, just leave the cash.
Right, exactly. So that's Wild EBSCO. I hadn't heard that in a long time. So do
We
you
used
still
to-
subscribe to it?
No,
and
we
so
used to
there was
have all of our magazines through them.
Right,
And we
right.
drastically reduced the number of magazines. And it was
Right.
easier for us to just order them directly
Sure, then do that.
instead of
stuff, yeah.
paying like, and it was like,
How do you see that?
It's
Was it that
It's in the-
expensive?
EBSCO,
Yeah.
you know, it's a,
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a national, it's
yeah.
international about, wonderful places to go, you know,
Oh,
isn't it?
No, no,
No,
it's,
EBSCO is,
it's like,
they're a library
oh,
company.
Gail,
wonder it was
Gail. Now,
EBSCO Host is an online thing that we sometimes have to use for requesting.
academic,
interlibrary
usually
loans.
academic journals and stuff. That's
But
what.
Okay.
we were ordering all of our magazines through them, and
Mhm.
it was like 1,500.
Yeah, well, it says
twice or
1,526.
like
I'm assuming
twice a
that's- yeah.
year, and I was like,
Right,
we
it's
can
not-
buy
yeah.
them for less than.
Yeah.
So, and that was, they had like 2,000
A lot.
and something
yeah.
from us, like as a credit on our account. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, can we have that back?
Oh, I just realized this is
Yeah.
deposits into our account.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah,
the
it's
top
the
one,
payment.
right,
Yeah, the top one is always deposit.
Deposits and then the
Mhm.
purchases, yeah.
Yeah,
See that
and then
now.
the payments down here.
Mhm.
And then Amazon stuff is on the back. And that includes the ones that say Prog BPL, Color and Conversation. That's the coloring books and
Mhm.
markers that I ordered for Blackie.
How many people do you have in that club?
Well, we just started that. Normally, when we were going, a few of the people when I got the word out, they had already had doctor's appointments. But on a regular basis, we would have anywhere from Sunday 6, Sundays 12, 13. Just
That's good.
depends, or
Mhm.
I can't imagine coming just to color.
They look, I don't color.
I love-
Not my
I
thing.
verse.
I had trouble.
Could do us.
Coloring with my
Like
grandchildren.
if you knit,
Right.
you knit while you're with.
Yeah, I don't knit. I'm-
Donna,
We
who-
ran out of practice stuff before that.
Mhm.
Donna, you guys may have seen her here. She is
She's through East Kentucky Support.
yeah,
Right,
she
she's-
volunteers here. She will be part of
Neurodivergent, would you say? That's not the term.
no, but somewhere along. I mean, I'm neurodivergent.
Yeah, on the,
but
yeah.
She has been a faithful member of our book club for, I'd say,
And-
10 years.
and she loves color and conversation.
Yeah.
But she just moved different homes. Like she lives in a adult needs home.
Is it a group?
And when she told us at, was it book club, that she decided she would stay in Michigan.
Oh, I didn't know. She was gonna have to move to Hazard, and then she would only be able to come once a month. But if she's staying-
No, she just came in it, which reminded me, and it brings her some heaven.
My great niece is working here
Who is that? What's her name?
as Briley Home.
Oh, yeah, they like Brian.
She's a high school student.
Yes.
What does she do here? I didn't even ask. her.
We have her doing all kinds of things. Like she will cover books for us. She puts labels on the dust jackets and then covers them. Ian's got her helping with a lot of little things that we have volunteers work on for us. The other day she got to roll pennies for us.
She's great.
She's very interesting
She,
too.
when she was real little, she loved her great aunts better than anything. And we'd all be gathered at our mom's. And she'd get out of the car and she says, "Hey girls, I'm here." I had fun. She was a hoot.
Oh,
Brad or Daryl.
What about?
You still on Heritage Day?
I
Yeah.
tried that,
Oh.
and I am willing to try it again.
I was
But
gonna say,
I had-
down that way.
I had Daryl up against H, and they didn't even.
Oh, they live at Blackie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I never thought of
think,
that. Daryl has a pretty
Yeah.
demanding job now at
but
the MAC. Is that
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Oh,
but
did
Brad
he
might
go
be.
from us?
Yes, he was.
We'll talk
along
about
with
that
a
later.
whole- Yeah.
But yeah, if
Yeah.
we can, and Brad has used the library.
Right,
Their adopted kids all have library cards.
Right.
Yeah. Do they ever come in,
What's the
Blackie?
last name?
Well,
Brad
Brad
is
Shepherd
Shepherd.
and Daryl Royce, they owned the Heritage Kitchen.
I love
Yeah,
it.
right,
Brad is a fan of libraries, so
right.
I can
The only
ask.
thing-
They were always up here.
When I see him, he is very much involved in his mother
Yeah.
drives them around to doctor's appointments, so I don't know, it would be worth asking, but I think he's pretty busy.
We can,
That's
yeah, I can talk to him.
a good suggestion though, Ian, yeah.
Thank you.
Roy suggested.
Yeah,
Can't do now.
yeah.
Right,
But
I think it's,
when H was nominated, I had suggested
There.
Daryl and the board then was fine with it, but the
Mhm.
fiscal court was
oh, yeah, we'll see, that
Um,
might be an issue with the fiscal court, yeah.
I think where Brad has been in Whitesburg for a long time, and I don't know if they've had any
Well, ask him.
trouble, but
Yeah,
yes,
it's-
I can have a conversation with him.
Yeah, okay, so,
And actually, Roy's the one that suggested Daryl before.
mm-hmm,
They are,
okay, yes.
they
Okay.
are, and I love talking to them.
Mhm.
I don't get to see them very often now. So did you guys have any questions about anything that's on here? Did you?
Okay,
Even on the Amazon stuff?
let me see, no, I looked at that too.
I do have one, and it is, what are you paying for, with Gerhard? Is that just internet?
It is, it's actually the internet for the security systems.
Okay.
And, we might want me to cancel it until we have the new camera systems.
Right,
Or just see if they can, like, I know we've got it for here, but I can't get into that IP address. I don't know what it is. So I've got the cameras in there on a monitor, and that monitor is so, like, using that system is very clunky.
right.
And when I look at the Ring system, if it's
Mhm.
easy,
Blink, have you
So-
looked at Blink? That's what I have.
I haven't, but I'm gonna,
Yeah, look at Blink, they're very affordable.
So, and with TVS cable, that's Blackie Public Library, and TVS cable is, Harry M. Cottle
Mhm.
Library.
it's,
Okay,
it's the public internet and
It's-
staff internet here and at Blackie.
okay, and then,
Windstream.
Windstream is.
Jenkins.
They charge a lot more, don't they?
TVS does not go to Jenkins.
Yeah, Windstream is Jenkins's, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
there's
They
a,
do charge a lot.
Yeah.
that's a lot more to
do.
charge.
We actually will get E-rate money back for that, and
Does-
actually,
Do you get the full amount or
we
a
get
percentage?
90%.
Okay, never mind.
Which is the highest.
I know that they don't, aren't subscribing for anything unknown. It's just two different ISPs.
Mhm.
And then, with Fleming Neon, of course, that's,
You
you
don't
should
have
use
anything
Gerhart,
That you- yeah.
broadband. That's their
Mhm.
new name.
Okay.
Gerhard
And-
Broadband is their name now?
Is there,
Okay.
yeah.
As
And
soon as we can,
they have just done, they're doing a big washout of downtown. And so you will not have to use HughesNet. So,
Thank God.
yeah,
Good.
yeah, they are
I-
still working on it. It's
I
gonna
do
take a
not like-
time, but they have been working on it.
I don't like
So,
Usenet at all.
Yeah,
They're greedy.
yeah. Well, we have several people down there. We have a couple that have Starlink. We have another one with HughesNet, businesses.
mhm.
So I'm working with everybody with their internet down on Main Street.
Keep me
So-
up to date on that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know we're gonna need internet in place when we open that
Yeah.
branch.
Mhm.
So, I would
Oh,
like it to
we
be.
have it in our building. If
Okay.
that tells you anything, you should be able to get it.
You already do.
Oh,
that,
we have
yeah.
had it, since we
Mhm.
got in there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do they
Right.
offer
but
fiber
see, we
optics
weren't,
there?
huh?
Do they offer the fiber optic for you? Like, put it
No, we
Like
don't
the-
have fiber.
Yeah,
No.
I don't, do you?
No.
Yeah, I've got it.
See, how can?
All
you
the
Well,
do
guys-
that?
do you have fiber on the line, right? Is that where your fiber is, on the line?
Yes.
Yeah, because
I know it
you would,
goes, they bury the,
It's for-
oh, they have conduit?
TVS guy.
they
Really?
bury it underground.
Wow, oh, TBS has buried it for you all?
Your heart.
Oh,
Oh, you will get fiber?
are you Gerhard or
the
you
TBS guy
TBS?
thinks
I'm
we
your heart.
Can get.
Oh, yeah, are
We
you
have to look at it
really?
through E-rate.
I'm on
Yeah.
TVS and-
Oh, right.
I'm glad I talked to you. Okay,
But they only do one street. in my
Well, that's the
neighborhood.
thing.
The whole
Okay,
under bottom.
so,
My
Right.
street.
um,
I think
Well,
it came
and
off
that's
the
the-
hospital here.
That's the
Any
same
more?
thing. No,
it
nothing
could,
else
and
there.
it could
Unless-
be, coming off of, AT&T, because AT&T is doing a lot of work over in our area. Nobody knows where the AT&T offices are. It's like, who
Well,
knows?
it used to be right up on High Street.
Oh, they
that
did
little-
have an actual.
Well, it's not an
office.
office, no, it's where they have their service equipment. and
Well,
stuff.
that.
Okay, so I, we
Sorry,
need to vote on this.
Yes, please.
Okay,
or just,
who,
yeah,
who
make a
moves?
motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the
Okay.
director's financial report.
I seconded. Are we good?
What
Okay,
is it?
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed? It carries.
Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank
Um,
you.
I did
Now-
order a bunch of, the Amazon basic snacks, like cereal bars and granola and
Is that
protein.
for your table?
It's for the snack table, and I'll probably order some.
I'll remember that when we'll start walking again.
Yeah, absolutely. I want people to feel comfortable taking the snacks, like anybody, that way the people that need the snacks.
Well, one time I
won't
got
feel-
to.
That's true.
My blood sugar dropped and I had to call somebody to come and get me.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. I mean, I just,
That's,
Yeah.
was
luckily I
that
did it.
unusual?
Yeah, it never happens to me. I'm not in that bad. I don't have any problems with it. It
You felt like,
I think I
did you
had
suddenly
meat.
feel sick?
Oh, yeah,
I had-
yeah, you have to.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna, who wants, I've already got it written down here that Libby moved that we adjourned and Cheryl seconded the motion.
All in
All in
favor?
favor, say aye.